Hello! Turn down the music a little bit and well, bam, bam, boom, there I am. It's my face. And I need chapstick. As soon as I started talking, I was like, oh god, my lips are dry. That's just always what happens to me. Alright, well, everybody, welcome to my first ever tier list stream. I know I kind of like missed the wave on these a little bit, but that's okay. I had a really fun idea for the tier list streams. For doing a tier list stream series, basically. And I was debating on whether I should do this now or if I should wait till I have maybe a little bit more of an audience. But I was like, who gives a shit? I'm just gonna do it now. And if people wanna see later, if I do wind up getting some more folks watching me, I can always look back in my archives, which I have an archive YouTube channel. The link for it should be below in the description. I should get a command for that. Things you think about while you're streaming. You might notice that I'm a little bit low energy right now. I was feeling good this morning, and then I had lunch, and I was okay. I tried to take a nap. I didn't really get to sleep, and it was really cold, and my stomach's just been kind of bothering me. I think maybe something I ate might be not sitting well. I'm not like actively nauseous right now or anything. I'll stop the stream if I need to, but I think I'm just a little low energy, but I'm feeling still good to stream. So that's what I'm gonna do. We are here today to, first of all, change this music because I've decided that I want to listen to Super Mario Odyssey soundtrack, so I'm gonna do that real quick. There we go. So we are here today to rank Generation 1 Pokemon, all 151 originals, based on how huggable they are. What are the parameters for this? I'm glad you asked. Snorlax best hugs don't at me. Hi, Bakal. Thanks for dropping by even if you can't stay. I appreciate it. Here are some of these are like ground basic rules, and I will be kind of messing around a little bit. Hello. Thank you. The stream's going good so far, and we're like 10 minutes in, so off to a good start, I think. These are just kind of the ground rules that I created to help me kind of keep a consistent guide. And honestly, I encourage, as long as you're not, like, a jerk about it. I don't expect anyone to be that way, but just in case. If you have some points to argue as to why a Pokemon would be better at hugging than I say it would, or less good to hug than I say it would be, please feel free to let me know. I would love to kind of, crowdsource this a little bit. It's mostly going to be me, but I'm open to criticism. So my base rules for this are, 1, can you physically hug it? Even if it looks like it would be really good to hug, if your arms are going to pass right through it, for example, which I think might happen with Ghastly, but I've got the Pokedex up in another tab here. Hold on, let me show you. It's hidden right now. Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh, it's right here. I forgot to rename it. So, I will be looking at Pokedex entries as well, just to make sure that there's not any weird things about a Pokemon that would make it unhuggable hidden in the game lore. Beyond that, can you physically hug it? Will hugging it kill you? Will hugging it definitely harm you? Can you fit your arms around at least a part of it? Now, this is a personal thing. I prefer hugging things that I can not necessarily all the way around, but I can reach my arms at least decently around so I can get the good leverage to really squeeze in. Like, if my arms are completely, like, basically 180 degrees away from each other and I can't squeeze at all, that's not a great hug for me. Honeybee, hello! Welcome to the stream. We're ranking Pokemon based on huggability. We're doing Gen 1 today. And then 5 is the texture nice to hug. These are like my base rules that I was just talking about. So obviously I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth. Texture can also include like temperature, just general stuff like that. And it's not necessarily just like furry versus smooth. It's also like, are they a slime creature, for example? I don't know that we're going to be running into that particular one in Generation 1. But yeah, so these are just here, and I'm gonna be... Oh my god, you're so right, Grimer. Ew. Well, the thing is, Grimer's also gonna be a smell thing. I think that's gonna come into play. I forgot about Grimer. How did I forget about Grimer? Alright, and I'm gonna hide the rules for now. But these are my... the bottom mod. Actually, it won't be, because you can physically hug Grimer. Let me show you my list, my tier list now. I'll bring those rules up again when I need to reference them or when I need to show other folks them. So my bottom tier is literally unhuggable. The word literally is being used literally here. It means that no matter what you do, you cannot hug it. Like, the main thing that I think we're going to run into is with Ghastly, probably, or maybe even a couple other ghost Pokemon. Hi, Casey, meow! Where you cannot physically touch it. So it's literally unhuggable. See what I mean? It's going to be the worst possible hug, yes. Yeah, can be hugged but feels horrible. I also have on the list, you may hug it once. If you can hug it, technically, but it kills you if you do it. It's supposed to be based on the meme where Donkey Kong is like sitting on, I think it's like a dock and looking off into the distance, and it's like, you may spank it, and then he like, because you can see his booty cheeks, and his booty cheeks are very rotund, and you may spank it once. So if you can hug a Pokemon physically, no matter how nice the hug feels, if it kills you, then you may hug it once. Can be hugged but feels horrible. You know, feels okay. It's just like, yeah, pretty good hug. Hey, this is a great hug. Best hug ever. That's where it's gonna really start getting contentious, because literally unhuggable and you may hug it once seem like they're gonna be the easiest to qualify. But without further ado, let's crack right along into it. Alrighty. Let me get my ducks in an order here. Okay, you move over to that side of the screen and I'll have you right here. Alright. So, first of all, Bulbasaur. And I'm just going to put it on the list just so I can scroll back up and we can see it here. So, Bulbasaur, you can physically touch Bulbasaur, and if you hug it, it will not kill you or definitely harm you. So that's great. Now, Bulbasaur, size-wise, I think is really great candidate for hugs, and weight-wise, because you can hold Bulbasaur in your arms as you hug it. And in fact, with its like little vine whips, it can kind of, with its vines, it can kind of hug you back. And that's going to be kind of another part of my, like, those rules that I showed you are very solid ground rule kind of rules. Ground rule rules. Great words, Rhapsody. I'm going to take a sip of water. So, I'm going to go ahead and argue that also Bulbasaur is a plant dinosaur, right? Bulbasaur. I'm going to say probably cold-blooded. Might be a little bit cooler to the touch. For my own standards, I think that hugs are better when they're warm. With the exception of if it's during summer and it's really hot and you really just want something to cool you down. But this is just general hugs. I'm not going for specific scenarios necessarily. And so I think that the fact that you can hold Bulbasaur, you can squeeze it to your chest, generally a friendly Pokemon. I think that Bulbasaur, pretty good hug. I think Bulbasaur gives a pretty good hug. You know, it's like, it's not going to be top tier for me because Bulbasaurs are very smooth and, you know, they're not warm and made of like fur and softness. But generally, I think that physically speaking, pretty good hug. Now, emotionally speaking, best hug ever, obviously. But this is going to be mostly a physical list. Venusaur. I want to take a look at Venusaur's stats here. Because I want to see... Because I don't see average people within the Pokemon anime, at least, picking up and holding a Venusaur. I think you have to be pretty strong to do that. Bulbasaurs, yes. You see it happen quite a few times. But I think that Venusaurs are going to be heavier. Let's go to Venusaur's page, huh? Alright, Venusaur. Let's see. Its height is 3'3", short king, and its weight is 28 pounds. Now, see, that's compared to Ivysaur's, like, thigh height. Yes, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Because, like, a Bulbasaur, that's 15 pounds. That's like nothing, you know? Most people can pick that up safely. Most like, teenage to adult people can pick that up safely. 28 pounds, I mean, like, some people can. I personally could pick up and hug a 28-pound creature, but it would be a little bit harder, not gonna lie. Cat is heavier than a Bulbasaur. Oh, no! Oh, no, is your cat a chubster? A little chubby? Whoopsies. That's the wrong window. Alright, so Venusaur, a little bit heavier, but I think generally, you know, if you can crouch down to its level or sit on the ground, and you can kind of hug around its head, even if you can't, 29 pounds isn't too much, but you can get tired after a bit. Exactly. So I think that this one, if you're going to pick it up, that's a-okay, but if you can sit on the ground, be on its level, wrap your arms around its head, you know, give it a little kiss on the head if you'd like to. I think that, that lends itself still to being a very good hug. And, you know, otherwise pretty much the same sort of deal as Bulbasaur there. Because, Bulbasaur, generally known for being a very friendly Pokemon. And, you know, it's got the little vines, and also, added bonus, you see its little bulb there, it's starting to flower. Good smells. Good smells, I believe. I'm gonna go check its... Oh, no. Oh, no, this one's got a bump on its head. We're gonna go to the Pokedex, though, just to make super extra double sure. When the bulb on its back grows large... Oh, Casey, what'd you say about your cat? Hang on, I missed it. 17 pounds, he's just a big cat, he's long. Okay, cool, cool, cool. The bulb on its back grows by drawing energy. It gives off an aroma when it is ready to bloom. Okay. It's not saying that the flower is bad smell. Yes, if the bud on its back starts to smell sweet, it is evidence that the large flower will soon bloom. Good smell. Good smell. That's a pretty good hug, if you ask me. So I think Ivysaur, go away. Not the right thing. Good smell, good hug. Good smell, good hug. I've been to anime conventions. Good smell, good hug. Alright. There we go, Ivysaur. Be right next to your buddy. Smell like Old Spice because you just showered. Love smelling like Old Spice. Yes, I love Old Spice as well. Now, okay, I do want to mention in this tier list, this is all Gen 1, but it is also including the Mega Evolution versions. For the sake of this stream, I will be skipping over those, since in Generation 1, these did not exist. When they actually did come into play, I will... Like when the Mega Evolutions do come into play, which is X and Y, that's Gen 6? That's Gen 6, right? Yes, it is. I believe that it's Generation 6 that the Mega Evolutions... Can't stand Old Spice because dysphoric moments. Yeah, that's totally fair. Hey, y'all should have just traded deodorants. Deodorant of help or hinder dysphoria, depending on who uses it. But basically, Mega Evolutions, as well as regional variants, I will not be... Although the regional variants aren't on this one, will not be counted unless they, Hang on. Excuse me? Excuse me? Is that... What? Huh? Hold on. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see Kangaskhan with its child? That is Mega Kangaskhan? Is Mega Kangaskhan just that's the Mega for Kangaskhan? It's just that the kid comes out and is deployable? I don't want to fight a baby. I have never seen it before, no. I didn't... Tactical Toddler. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. So I don't know all the Mega Evolutions because I did not finish X and Y. Kid comes out and deals an extra hit. My lord. Tactical Toddler indeed. Anyway, okay, that's ridiculous. I have never seen that before. It destroyed the meta, not the meat. I hope it didn't destroy the meat. I'm getting off topic. So, regional variants, once they come up, will be dealt with in the proper generation in which they are applicable. You know, it might make a difference, it might not. Like, the regional variants for Meowth, I don't think are gonna really rank differently than good old Cantonian Meowth here, just because they're not, like... Well, actually, Galarian Meowth seems like it'd be a little bit more vicious and a little bit more likely to swipe you. So maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to address that right off the bat. So here we have... Venusaur. Venusaur. So let's check out Venusaur's stats here. Galarian Meowth seems a bit less huggable. I would agree with that. I think Alolan Meowth is probably the same amount of huggable as Cantonian Meowth, though. But we'll see. We'll see. Because if the Pokedex has anything to say about it, might need to change my answer. So let's just double check with our wonderful Pokedex here. Alright, Venusaur. What's the deal with you? Alolan Meowths are actually feral? Oh no, you're right! Meowth was a bad example, and I'm sorry. Oh, Gigantamax Venusaur, I have a Gigantamax Venusaur, and I named her Umbrella, because it looks like she has a big umbrella. She's wonderful. So, as you can see, tall, very heavy, cannot pick up. However, hello. Oh my god, Venusaur with the bulb closed. That just looks like a Bulbasaur with a fucking secret. Are you kidding me? I have never seen this image before. Let me click on it. Clicking on it did nothing. Just kidding. Clicking on it made it bigger. Oh, and look at that gloom in the background. Oh, that's very good. Bulbasaur, but they angry? I don't know. This doesn't read as angry to me, because it looks like it's like, It looks like it's being smarmy. It's like, I know something you don't know. We're getting off topic. Alright. Let's go. Bulbasaur, but smug. Yes. Okay. Where's the Pokedex entries? There we go. Plant blooms when absorbing solar energy. Good so far, good so far. Broad petals, catching the sun rays. More powerful in the summertime. Its flower petals release a pleasant fragrance. That's good, that's good. It's good, it's very good. Sun rays, absorbed use for energy, stronger. The fragrance becalms those engaged in a battle. So tactical good smell. You've heard of Tactical Toddler. Now get ready for tactical good smell. Oh, but breathing in too much... Oh, Gigantamax Venusaur. Never mind. We're doing regular Venusaur, not Gigantamax. Okay. Well, you know what? Based on that, I think it's probably going to be around the same level. Now, I do want to ask y'all something. Venusaur. Where is best to hug Venusaur? Because with Bulbasaur, pick up, hug whole Bulbasaur. Little guy. Ivysaur, hug around the head, maybe around the bulb, I guess, if you're really careful, but that seems like it'd be kind of no-touch zone. Venusaur, where do you hug it? Do you hug around its leg? Because I think part of what's so satisfying to me, I think I've mentioned this already, for a hug, if I can grab their head, their head is above my entire body. Accurate. Let's see. No, they're actually only 6'7". So if you have a friend who's like 6'7", I'm trying to think. Who's the tallest person that I know personally, and how long has it been? Well, over a year since I've last hugged any of my personal friends. Only 6'7". Their head is still above my entire body. You are so right. You are so right. So it's gonna be a leg hug. Can we take a peek at this image for a second? 003 Venusaur.ping is the image, is what the image is called here. So if you hug a Venusaur, say its head is right here and your head is like right here, right? So how do you hug that? How do you hug that? Most of the height is its tree, though. Oh my god, you're right. The tree is counted in the height. So the tree is above your head. Relatively speaking, most average people are probably going to be around ear level. So you could. Yeah. Yeah. I think, like, yeah, hug the face. You can hug. Y'all, we have made an important discovery here today. You can hug Venusaur's face. This stream is already very worthwhile. Speaking of, though, I forgot I have a handy-dandy little, not a notebook. I have a handy little, device to show what I mean by satisfying hug. 1 second. I have a hug demonstration. I do have a hug demonstration. Let me get my camera here. I have a plus. So, what is so satisfying to me about a hug is like being able to, if not get your arms completely around the thing you're hugging, to get your arms into like this kind of position, except this is like rotated so that you can see. You know what I mean? You need leverage. You need to be able to hug, to squeeze. Does that make sense at all? I'm thinking about Venusaur's wonderful, powerful legs here. And you know what? I think you can hug around the face and you can get that kind of like around feeling, even if your fingers don't touch on the other side, that is okay. As long as you're not up against it, arms completely flat out, because that's not a satisfying hug, you know what I mean? So I think, based upon our revelations about Venusaur's physiology and anatomy, that it would be good to hug Venusaur. Can we agree on this? How do we feel? Hold on. Be gone for now. Let me just... Good to hug. Oh yeah, Casey, you weren't here. So this is my whole list. Literally unhuggable. You may hug it once. Can be hugged but feels horrible. Feels okay. Pretty good to hug. Hey, this is a great hug and best hug ever. Bulbline is pretty good. Yes. Because, generally speaking, pleasant smell. Physically can hug in a satisfying way. However, not a warm hug. I think they're cold-blooded. I think the only time you're gonna get a warm hug from any of the Bulbline is after they've been sunbathing. But that's not the warmth that comes directly from the Pokemon, so I'm not gonna count it. Unless it's like the Pokemon has to sit in the sun to... Well, I guess they kind of do have to sit in the sun to survive. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Taking a sip. Stay hydrated out there, folks. Alright. So, we're gonna ignore this for now. We're gonna bring up Charmander. Now, Charmander, that's a warm Pokemon. That is a warm to hot Pokemon. Hello, Venusaur. must banish you for now. Here is a special boy. A very special boy. 18.7 pounds, only a little bit heavier than a regular garden variety Bulbasaur, and, you know, about the same height. And you know what? It's, that's gonna be a Pokemon that you can hold. Now, what I am worried about here is garden variety Bulbasaur, an intentional pun. Yes, I'm punny even when I'm not trying. Now, what I'm worried about here with Charmander is this fire. I want to hug a Charmander. I want to hug a Charmander so bad. Look at his face. Look at his little face. 004 Charmander.ping, look at his beautiful, beautiful smile. I want to hug that. But this scares me. This scares me very much. I do not like... Charmander is small. So small. Charmander, my beloved. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this little happy guy. Oh, I love. We're gonna go down to the Pokedex. Obviously prefers hot places. Charmander loves you. He will keep his fiery tail away from you. True. But accidents can happen. The flame at the tip of its tail makes a sound as it burns. You can only hear it in quiet places. Even the newborns have flaming tails. Unfamiliar with fire, babies are said to accidentally burn themselves. Ooh, so they can be burned by their own tail. My goodness. Okay, life force. We do know this, especially from the anime, when that one guy was a huge jerk and left his Charmander to die, so Ash saved it. Good memories. Is that the equivalent to a heart attack? In the sense that it is like a part of yourself that is hurting? I would say your life force hurting you. Oh. Oh. You know what? Maybe. Maybe not quite as deadly, but maybe. My goodness. So, I mean, like, the thing is, if the fire can burn itself, the fire absolutely can burn you. This is adorable. How much do y'all think that should matter in our ruling here? Because it's not... Ideally, every single hug would not end in a burn of some sort. So I guess I'm wondering, does it sound reasonable to say that you can be wary of that and know that it may happen, but that doesn't necessarily make the hug itself any better or worse? Does that sound fair to y'all? Because that's kind of... It's like a cat scratch. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Okay, yeah. All right. Well then, you know what? It is a fire type. Its body temperature is nice and toasty. I'm gonna say, based on the size, the fact that you can pick it up, generally known for being, you know, at least not typically unfriendly Pokemon, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put Charmander at hey. This is a great hug. Because I think that is what Charmander deserves. Alright, Charmeleon. And like, look at this little guy. Look at it. Ugh. Okay, so Charmeleon. Still with the flaming tail. Let me just hop over. That's the wrong window. Now, Charmeleon is just a Charmander that can hug back. Thank you for bringing that up. I was going to say that because Charmander, you see Charmander's little tiny arms are so dang small. You see that? They can kind of get you back a little bit. Now Charmeleon. Charmeleon has something important. Elbows. Charmeleon has elbow joints. The friend that hugs you back. Now, Charmeleon, you're not going to want to lift one of these guys unless you're using it for weight training. It's 42 pounds. That's a lot. Height, 3'7". Regular toddler size. You crouch down. Where do those arms go with Charizard? Well, it sprouted wings. So, evolutionarily speaking, it didn't need bigger arms. You know? It's like a tit for tat situation, I think. But yeah, it's 3'7". You can take a little crouch. Give it a little hug. I think that looks pretty good. I think that sounds pretty good to me. And again, warm. Warm. When it swings its burning tail, it elevates the temperature to unbearably high levels. Uh-oh. Tough fights could excite this Pokemon. When excited, it may blow out bluish-white flames. That's cool. How come we didn't see that in the anime very much, if at all? Their fiery tails shine at night like stars. Oh, that is so sweet. It lashes about with its tail to knock down its foe, then tears up the fallen Pokemon with sharp claws. That is true. It does have claws. Look at these things. Look at it. But that in mind, like you said earlier, Honeybee, it's like a cat. Like, it's not going to use those on you on purpose unless you're really, like, making it uncomfortable. Like, if it doesn't want to be hugged, but you're trying to hug it anyway. Consent, folks. Consent. Ooh. It has a barbaric nature. In battle, it whips its fiery tail around and slashes away with sharp claws. Becomes agitated during battle. Okay. So, it seems like Charmeleons are a little bit more testy than, it seems like they're a little bit more testy than Charmanders. Like, Charmanders are just like little sweet guys. And these guys got some spice to them, you know? But with these, I am keeping in mind, like I said, consent. If your Pokemon does not want to be hugged, you don't hug your Pokemon. Exactly. Assuming that they want the hug, it would be a pretty good hug. I absolutely agree with you, Casey. I just wanted to make sure that I acknowledged that and that I made that case. Because I know that, like, later on, maybe even during Gen 1, maybe even during Gen 1 at some point, there might be a Pokemon where it's like, this Pokemon hates being touched. Do not touch this Pokemon. And if that's the case, you know, then you just don't. But I think it's like a trust situation. And I know that goes for all Pokemon, but especially for Pokemon that are a little bit more prone to being testy. Great hug, close to BHE. I would agree. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to put it in front of Charmander. So what I'm going to do is I am also going to try to order these tier lists with, like, the closer it is to the top left, because I know that once it gets full enough, it makes, like, rows within it. Closer to the top left, the higher ranked it is within this single category. And I'm not opposed to making more tiers, by the way. If anyone thinks that that's necessary, please let me know, and I will consider it. That's how you tier your FE characters. Nice. Great. 5. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. No, it's true. I am going pretty slow because I'm surprise, surprise. Someone who does streaming talks a lot. I'm a chatterbox. What can I say? Great 0.5. Excuse me. Oh, come here, blanket. Speaking of Gen 1 Pokemon, this is a Pikachu blanket. It got cold here again. It was not raining, but snowing earlier, and I was like, come on, it's almost May. We can't keep doing this. Hello? Where did my windows go? There they went. Okay. Next up, big man on campus. Charizard. It did get cold again, right? Yesterday it got up to like 60. What happened? Minnesota happened. Okay, so this guy. Snowed this morning when I went to pick up my Emgality shot. Oof. Oh, you know what's rough? I got texted this morning that I was finally selected to get my COVID vaccine, which is great, except I can't get my COVID vaccine until after I have my surgery. So I was like, oh, damn it, fuck, shit, damn it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like, after my surgery, it'll be even easier to get it, I think. I'll keep looking around and all that sort of stuff. Let's talk about Charizard. 200 pounds. That's a big boy. 5'7", so actually only a couple inches taller than me. You could hug a Charizard around the neck. You absolutely could hug a Charizard around the neck, given that you are average height and not, or like that you're around average height or maybe even a bit tall. If you're a little shorter, that starts to get harder. But I mean, like, look at that neck. It's a perfect size for a hug. And, you know, it's a warm Pokemon. And its tail is longer, easier to keep the flame away from you. Charizard might be the first BHE. The tail's so long it'll almost never hit you. That's what I'm thinking. I do want to check out... I love that its name is Lizardon. In Japanese. It's a very good name. Let's go down to... Come on. There we go. Spits fire that is hot enough to melt boulders. Known to cause forest fires unintentionally. Uh-oh. Fiery belt. Oh, I thought that said belch. Breath. Furious. Breathing is intense. Uses its wings to fly high. And, you know, I think there have been a couple times in the anime. I generally want to, like, focus more so on the game. Pokedex entries for most of the information. However, as you noticed, I am drawing a little bit from the anime. Just because I don't think that we should completely discount the anime, if that makes sense. But like this, you've seen, the anime has Ash riding a Rapidash, right? Exactly. I think that Charizard has carried Ash and other humans within the anime. And, like, you know, it probably wouldn't be able to carry too much more weight than its own weight because it's, what? That wingspan, I mean, realistically speaking, not big enough to actually carry its weight. But if we're suspending our disbelief, it's enough to carry 200 pounds. So, if you think about it, especially if you have a bigger Charizard, it could probably carry a kid, you know? Like a roughly average weight kid. Maybe a smaller adult. So it's like, and it's got the elbows still, it's got the arms. It can hug back, it's warm. Generally, I think, like, from seeing all of this stuff, it's basically saying, like, it's really powerful. Very, very powerful. But it doesn't say that it has a bad temperament. If it becomes furious, the flame on its tail can be whitish blue. That's interesting. But I mean, like, presumably, you're its trainer, and if you're a good trainer, it trusts you and loves you. You know, no matter how long it takes to get to that point. The Charizard in Pokken Tournament has detailed musculature that's disturbing me just a little bit. But look, it's like its arms are a decent size. It can hug you back. I think Honeybee's right. I think we have our first best hug ever. I think Charizard has earned our BHE ranking. What say you, everybody else? Also, that was on screen the whole time, right? Or was it not? Did I accidentally not have this on screen while I was going through that? It was not. Okay, sorry. If that happens again, please let me know that y'all can't see it. Whoopsies. But that's okay. Best hug ever. Let's go! Alright. And now we have a little friend. Squirtle. Squirtle! Squirtle! Let's bring this up real quick. Squirtle! Of the Squirtle Squad. Squirtle Squad fame. Squirtle. My page will load. It's green right now. It's just green. We're preparing for Squirtle. I'll twiddle my thumbs for a second. This is taking a weird amount of time. I go back. And click on Squirtle again. There we go. Here's Squirtle. Here's our friend Squirtle. Look at that friendly little boy. Nice rounded shape, smooth to the touch. About 20 pounds. It's a little guy. It's only a foot high. Look at that. Only about a foot and a half. Oh, a little guy. Hell yeah. Yes, when it's in its shell, especially. Like, if it's in its shell, you can just kind of hold that shell to you, and that's real nice. Smoltle. Accurate. Whoa! Look at the toes and the fingernail on this one. Oh, that one's much better. Okay. What do you mean you hate it? Honeybee, what do you mean? Are you sure? It's just a friendly little Squirtle. He just wants to give you a little high five. See? Ash Squirtle ETOP. .ping. You telling me you would turn away this friendly fella? Are you telling me you would turn him away at the door? So bad. yes, I would. Here, I'll heal your soul. We can look at the Smash Bros. Ultimate Squirtle. Look. Look at that little friendly face. And the normal sized toes and fingers. So good. Now, Squirtle from Detective Pikachu looks like it's seen some shit, so we're gonna move along. Puntable. No! I suppose that is kind of what you do, though, in, Hold on, I'm gonna click it again, because it's taking forever to load. Backend fetch failed. That's fine. That is kind of what you do in Pokemon Snap, though, isn't it? You don't punt it, you throw an apple at it, and then it goes flying. But I digress. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell. What? It's not born with its shell? That's okay, that's all turtles? Oh, okay. If that's all turtles, I feel less weird about it. Shell is soft when it is born. Oh, I think a newborn Squirtle would be really fun to hug because it'd be so squishy. Shell is not merely used for protection. Shell's rounded shape and the grooves on its surface help minimize resistance in water. Swim at high speeds. Wow. Shelters itself. Shoot water at prey. Retracts its long neck into its shell. Okay. So, I mean, what we're seeing here is that it hides in its shell sometimes. You know, so this Pokemon, not gonna be a warm Pokemon, right? So, I think, like, not bad to touch. Good texture. Smooth. I think even, like, a good stimmy texture. Especially, like, with the grooves in the shell. But because it's not warm, I'm gonna put it on the same plane as the Bulbline. If that makes sense. So let's do that real quick. Shaboom. Boom. I think that Bulbasaur is the best to hug so far. Just because you can hold it. And honestly, I think that Venusaur would be more satisfying to hug than Ivysaur. What do y'all think? I'm kind of thinking about swapping those two around. Like so. Thoughts and feelings. And then as far as Squirtle goes... I keep minimizing this window by accident. You'd rather hug an Ivysaur? It is my list. This is true. You know, it might be partially because I only change things if we pay you. I put up a... I make like a text thing on here that says, if you want to change my opinion, donate X amount of dollars. I would never. I would fucking never. But holy shit, that'd be so funny. Oh. Okay. You know what? I think that this is my bias of wanting to be able to stand up while I hug things, if possible. Ivysaur, like Bulbasaur, yeah, I'm gonna crouch down, depending, to pick it up, but then I'm standing. As long as the Bulbasaur is comfortable with being lifted, of course. Venusaur, that's just at my height. I can just reach over. Ivysaur, I think, like, the fitting arms around it thing would be more satisfying, but I prefer to be standing. So I think that that's gonna be my deal on that. And then, for Squirtle, I think because of holdability, right there, whoops. I think that, because of pleasant smell, because of very good pleasant smell, Bulbasaur is first. Actually, you know what? Pleasant smell makes, Venusaur rank above Squirtle. And that's just my hot take. Now it's time for Wartortle, my baby. Some people hate Wartortle, and I think that those people are wrong and evil. Wartortle haters, get out. You will be banned from my stream. I am fully kidding. You won't be. Look at this guy. How can you not love him? Alright. So, weight, 50 pounds. Wow. I mean, it makes sense. It's got a shell. Shell hard. Shell weigh lots. Height, 3'3". That's toddler. So far, basically, I think that... Oh, he fly. I think that, it's probably... Oh, I like the cut of this guy's jib. Do you see him? Unless I see anything where it's like, this Pokemon hates everything. And will hate you no matter what. I'm just gonna assume that... Wait. I found something that's game-changing. Its tail is large and covered with a rich, thick fur. Hug. Good hug. Petable tail. That's a game changer. That's a game changer. I'm glad that I looked down here. It is said to live for 10,000 years. My goodness. That's an old boy. When tapped, this Pokemon will pull in its head, but its tail will stick out a little bit. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, it's recognized as a symbol of longevity. I didn't know that. That's cute. Okay. And it has furry ears. Are you kidding me? This is a friendly fella, and the ears and the tail are rich, luxurious fur. It may not be warm, and I might have to crouch to hug it. But that's a great hug. That is a great hug. I'm putting that up with, hey, this is a great hug. Look at this guy. Still not gonna be... Turtle shells actually hold tons of heat, I believe. Oh, well then. That changes the game a little bit. Okay. So a warm hug still. With fur. I'm only... Because I have to crouch. Because, like, with With Charmeleon, it can hug you back. That's why it's over here, right? It's nice and toasty. It can hug you back. Toasty, holdable. Watch out for the fire for both of these. This one can't really hug me back. I have to crouch to get the full experience, but petting the ears and the tail, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. So I think I am into this placement right here. Holy shit. I'm learning so much today about my favorite Pokemon. About some of my favorite little Pokemons. Alright, Blastoise. Now that's a big Galumba. We're gonna take a look at the Pokedex. Okay. I like this cheeky pose. He's looking back. He's like, hey, what's up? Almost 200 pounds, 5'3", so shorter than I am. That's so weird, because it's like in the anime they always look so tall, but it's because the main characters are kids, so of course they're going to be taller than the main characters who are kids. It's weird to think that it'd be shorter than me. Now, based on the arms here that we're seeing, I think I need to stop clicking on images on this website. It's not really loading very quick. Oh, see you in a sec, Casey. No worries. Now, the way that it's drawn here, the arms are really weirdly segmented. Got a big head and little arms. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It can't really hug you back. You can hug it around the back. And I mean, like, look at those big... That's the closest we're getting to a gun in the anime, except for the ones that were in the first series that got censored by 4Kids. That's the closest thing we're gonna have to a Pokemon with a gun, though, you know? There were a couple humans with guns. Pokemon with guns? Nuh-uh. Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Gun? False. Not gonna happen. But... Wait, Remoraid is based on a gun? No way, because I know that there's a fish that can shoot out, like, an air bubble, or... What is it? Like a water pellet as fast as a gun, or like a shrimp that can do that. But I didn't know Remoraid was based on a gun. It's designed after a revolver? My lord, the things I'm learning on stream today. Thank you, Honeybee. You are a wealth of Pokemon knowledge. I appreciate you very much. Oh, Octillery is a tank. You're right. You're right. Well, okay, so less ambiguous blasters. How about that? Look at these. So knowing that, and knowing that although those do pump out water, I think that... Thanks, it was a hyperfixation of mine for several years. Yeah, it's been a lifelong special interest of mine. I just don't really absorb a ton of facts about it, I guess. I just more so, like, try to catch them all and shiny hunt and stuff. But you know what? I think that with the inner machinations of this, it's gonna have a nice toasty shell, keeping that warmth, and then also generate more heat because it needs to generate. It generates heat when it shoots big things of water there. So I think pretty warm, can hug around the head. Now it cannot hug you back. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put up. It doesn't reach best hug ever. I'm gonna put it up with It's a Great Hug. And it's going to be after Wartortle. Because I think it's a great hug. But it's not as good as Wartortle. And that's just my humble opinion on that. Alright, Caterpie. Caterpie. It's time. It's time for Caterpie. I need to make it visible to y'all what I'm doing. Imagine hugging a caterpillar. I am. I'm imagining it right now. I have to. I have to imagine it. Oh my god, I thought that said 6.4 feet. I was like, excuse me? 6.4 pounds. So very light. Pretty small. Only 1 foot. Right? Now here's the thing. I, personally, I can't really deal with a lot of bugs. right? Like, I'm okay with most of them, but, like, just specifically, stop me if this gets too, like, bleh. Specifically, things crawling on me. I can't. I don't want it. I need to be in control. You like bugs? Nice. Good for you. Good for you. But you know, like I'm okay with them. I really like caterpillars though a lot, and I like picking up caterpillars and like helping them, like if they're in the middle of a big sidewalk, like moving them over to a plant or something, whatever direction they were going, of course. And honestly, I think I'd be okay hugging a caterpillar if it was like a nice big caterpillar, especially if it looked like this. Look how cute it looks. You know, it doesn't look like it's gonna bite me or anything. So I'm gonna really quickly take a look. Its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. See, I feel like that's so cute, and that would feel kind of nice, you know, like the little suction-y cups. I think that's a nice feeling. Now, however, in yellow, if you touch the feeler on top of its head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. You gotta avoid that feeler. Gotta make sure. It has large eye-like patterns on its head as protection. They're used to frighten off enemies. For protection, it releases a horrible stench from the antennae on its head to drive away enemies. See, that is key. Drive away enemies. So if you're its friend, according to Gold at least, Gold version, it's not going to do you dirty. Only 1 foot in length, so you realistically will touch the antennae. That is true. That is true. Voracious appetite, blah blah. From its antenna, this Pokemon releases a terrifically strong odor. Releases a terribly strong odor. Cocoon, short teeth, stench. So, see, some of these say to repel enemies, and some of these say if you, like, always. Stench. If you release the feeler on top of its head. Okay. Well, I think we know what that means. I think that, realistically speaking, there is a way that you can kind of hug it without touching that. But, even if, like, I cannot imagine that feeler smells nice in general. Because, I mean, if touching it makes it release a stench, you would think that then the antenna, even if it was, like, way toned down, still stinky. Still a stinky thing. The worm Pokemon. So I think... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it into... I'm going to leave it in okay. Because, well, it says horrible stench, though. Is this just a stinky mon? A stinky little Pokemon? Okay. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it into can be hugged but feels horrible. Because of the stench. Stinky boy! It's a stinky freaking boy, dude. Yeah. But feels horrible. Feels. Because of the stink. You know? I think the stink outweighs the physical feeling of it. Now, if I didn't have a sense of smell, probably be up here. Fortunately, I do have a sense of smell. So, or fortunately, I guess. But here we go. Up next is Metapod. Let's see what Metapod's got going on. Is Metapod stinky too? Hello. Oh my god, its Japanese name is Transcell. When your name is Hansel and you're trans, call that Transel. Oh, God. So its weight is 21 pounds. It's a little bit heavier, but manageable. And its height is 2 feet and 4 inches. That's a good cradling. That's a good cradling size, I think. So this guy's not really moving around. Oh my god, it looks like it's like got a funny little nose here. That's very fun. So let's see what we got going on here. This Pokemon is vulnerable to attack while its shell is soft, exposing its weak and tender body. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with this one. Hardens its shell to protect itself, however a large impact may cause it to pop out of its shell. Hey, what does a peeled Metapod look like, do you think? I guess it would have to look like a half-formed Butterfree or something, which is sad and terrifying to think about, so we're not going to anymore. The inside remains tender. Please don't call it peeled. What's wrong, Honeybee? What's wrong? You don't want to peel this kid? Not this kid, not Yellow. You don't want to peel it? Maybe it's like a Russian nesting doll? Oh, I prefer that, actually. Yeah, I think it's a Russian nesting doll. Yeah, I'm starting to stray down the path of, like, edgy Pokemon theories. Not trying to, I promise. Prepares to evolve, stays motionless in the shell. Prepares to evolve, pre-evolved form. Only hardened, so it remains motionless. So this one's not going to move around a lot. Steel hard shell. So the shell seems like it's mostly going to be very, very hard, which is fine. Quietly endures... Oh, that's sad. It quietly endures hardships while awaiting evolution. Metapod, no! Shell is filled with its soft innards. Risky. So I think it's not stinky. It's not going to be warm. Good cradling size and weight. But, very hard. And not going to really give you much feedback. So I think Metapod is going to be feels okay. I think that's just a good placement for Metapod. Alright. Butterfree. Now, Butterfree, I think, is just probably because you shouldn't touch the wings of a butterfly or a moth. It's 70 pounds? Damn, Butterfree, okay. And it's 3'7". That's bigger than I thought it was. Okay. Heavy. Heavy. Oh my god, look at this one. Hehe. Okay, in battle, it flaps its wings at a high speed to release highly toxic dust into the air. Its wings, covered with poisonous powders, repel water. Okay, so, they had to use a substitute for the butter, and it was pretty heavy. Stop being funnier on me, funnier than me on my stream. I'm just kidding. You're very wonderful. Thank you for your jokes. So what I'm seeing here is that... No! No, don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is that the wings are just covered in toxic dust and poisonous powder, which makes sense. It tracks. Based on the fact that it can use poison powder and stuff like that. Also, you wouldn't be able to hug that because, again, you shouldn't touch the wings. A, because it would hurt it, and B, because of the powder. There's no other really place to hug. Plus, its eyes are big right there, and they're bugging out. Huh, bugging out. So, I think, like, you technically could hug it. So, not possible or a hug only once. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The toxic powder isn't a guaranteed death. We see people in the anime get hit with toxic powder and poison powder, I mean. And they get sick. No, I guess, you know what? There was that one episode where, like, what was it? Like, Brock and Ash were both really sick from something like that, and Misty had to take care of them. And she was like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna make it. Well, let's deliberate here. Let's deliberate. Can be hugged but feels horrible. Seems kind of disingenuous. You know what? You may hug it once. Because I think there's a decent enough chance that you could die. And then, like, also, if you think about it the flip side around, you may hug it once, because if you hug it, it might not be able to fly anymore. It probably won't be able to fly anymore. So you can't hug it again, because even if you survive, you've basically just doomed this poor little butterfly. And that's that. Alright, Weedle. I think Weedle's probably gonna be can be hugged but feels horrible. Let's test that. Let's see how that holds up. Alright. Hi, Weedle. 7 pounds. 1 foot. So far, so good. This is very funny. I like that. I like that image of Weedle. Oh. Oh my god, look. It's riding the wave. Hell yeah. Often found in the forest, eating leaves. Sharp venomous stinger on its head. Beware of the sharp stinger on its head. Poison stinger on its head. Wait, is it poisonous or venomous? Well, it'd have to be venomous, I think. That may be used if you step on it. Poison stinger is very powerful. Its bright-colored body is intended to ward off enemies. 2-inch poison barb on its head. Okay. Head secretes a strong poison. Okay. So it's got a good nose. It's got a good sense of smell. So basically, everything that I'm seeing here is you may hug it once. Because I mean, like, if it's that poisonous, it's gonna be hard to avoid its poison barb on its head while you're hugging it. And if it secretes that, like, always, and it touches your skin is the most absorbent organ in your body. I'm gonna go ahead, and especially because it's bug poison, I'm thinking you can hug it but once. That's my ruling on this guy. You may hug it once. Bug types are not friendly for this challenge. Okay. I agree with that. Kakuna. Let's see what Kakuna has to offer us in these trying times. I think Kakuna... Okay, Kakuna is 22 pounds and it's 2 feet tall. So 22 pounds, a little bit heavier, but manageable. Almost incapable of moving. I mean, this one's basically going to be the same, I think, as Metapod. Hold on. When endangered, it may stick out its stinger and poison its enemy. Well then. Virtually motionless. Cocoon. It can extend its poisoned barb. Yes, it's the dangerous version of Metapod. That is correct. I think this also has to go down and you may hug it once. However, if you did hug it once, it would be more pleasant to hug than either of these two. And that's my take on it. Alright, next up, Beedrill! I'm gonna just preemptively put it in this list. Is Beedrill even a question? Right, like... And when I say literally unhuggable, I mean you physically cannot hug it. So you could hug a Beedrill, but it's a really bad decision. And I'm just gonna leave it in you may hug it once. Alright, Pidgey. Let's talk about this bird. Let's talk about this little bird. Popo. Normal flying type. Very good. 4 pounds. 1 foot tall. Small, easy to hold. It's got feathers. Which isn't... it's coming at you. Which isn't as good to feel as fur. But I think can still be a nice texture. You just got to make sure not to go against the grain. You don't want to ruffle their feathers, because that could hurt. Common sight in forests and woods, flaps its wing at ground level to kick up a blinding sand. Very docile. Okay, that's a good sign. If attacked, it will kick up sand. Okay. So it tries to avoid battles. Okay. Interesting. It doesn't like to fight, so this is a friendly little fella. This is a friendly little guy. I like that. I like that. Great sense of direction. That doesn't really help with hugging, but I appreciate that anyway. Home. Does not like to fight. Common Pokemon's docile. Dislikes fighting. You know what? I think that a combination of holdability, general docile, and I would even argue friendly nature. At worst, avoidant. At best, friendly, I would say. I don't know. I guess, I've never really hugged a bird before. But I think it gives a pretty good hug. It can't really hug you back, so it's gonna be... It would hug back to its best extent. Yes. You are so right. I mean, it would try. It would do its best. It would at the very least, it would bring its head up and it would cuddle your chin, I think, while you're trying to hug it. And I think that that's very sweet, and I like that a lot. So I think it's gonna go, I think it's still gonna go behind Ivysaur. Just because Ivysaur, you can really get your arms around that. No, you know what, actually, changed my mind. It's right here. Because it's warm-blooded, so it's going to be warmer. You can stroke its feathers. And it seems like it would really want to be hugged, you know? So I think we'll do that. Alrighty. Next up on the docket. Click. I always forget if it's... Okay, it's Pidgeotto. I was like, is Pidgeotto or Pidgeot the next form? Alright, Pidgeotto. Pigeon. Oh yeah, duh. These things are created after pigeons, which, pigeons are very, aren't they very, human-friendly when they're domesticated and all that sort of stuff? So this guy's 66 pounds. Probably not going to be lifting him. But the good news is he's 3'7". So you can probably... Pigeons are super docile. Yeah, that tracks, that tracks. Hence why it was so easy to train them to be carriers for us. But basically, you can just crouch down and give Pidgeotto a hug, in theory. Let's see if that lasts, if that tracks. Very protective of its sprawling territorial area, this Pokemon will fiercely peck at any intruder. Okay, so this one is a little bit more confrontational already, immediately. Outstanding vision. Prey, carries its prey. Slowly flies, look out for prey. Okay, so they're very territorial. If its territory is violated, it shows no mercy in thoroughly punishing the foe with its sharp claws. Okay. Okay. Vision, territory, prey. Full of vitality. Okay. So here's the deal. This one, not immediately as friendly. However, I think that being territorial might be able to be kind of transferable to being willing to defend you as the trainer. Does that track at all? Am I just talking wild talk right now? Because I think that you're not gonna, like most of these Pokemon, you're not gonna be able to walk up to just in the wild. In these scenarios, they are almost certainly domesticated, right? In some way, shape, or form. So I think that if this Pidgeotto is yours or another person's and the other person like approves of you, generally speaking, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be a-okay to hug. So, I think, and then as far as how good it feels, I think it goes up to pretty good. I think it stays in pretty good, but it's like, okay, I have to crouch for this one. But I think it would feel... I have to crouch or sit down. So I think that it would feel a little bit better than Ivysaur, whose head is lower. Because I can just kind of crouch and give it some pets on the head. And also, it would generally feel better. Although Ivysaur smells very nice. Okay. I'm gonna do Pidgeot. And then I need to take a break. But then after that, we will continue. 87 pounds. Relatively light. That makes sense. It's a bird. It needs to fly. Birds have very thin bones. Hollow bones, if I remember correctly. 4'11". Short king. Love it. So I wouldn't have to bend down, like, barely at all to give it a hug. Pidgeot in the anime. Good to see. Okay. When hunting, it skims the surface of water. Flies at Mach 2 speed. That's interesting. That's cool. Well developed chest muscles. Ooh, hey! It's got good pecs. Good pecs. And good pecs. So, if it wraps its wings around you, because it's got to have a big enough wingspan, that's at least 4'11", because it's, you know, it's 4'11" typically. So it can give you a hug back, this one. And you know what? So can Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto can also give you a hug back, and I forgot about that. So I'll probably move that up in the list in just a second. Dazzling plumage, glossy feathers, striking beauty, feathers on the head. Beautiful, beautiful and fast, beautiful bird. Fast, strong, beautiful bird is what I'm seeing here. Okay. Fast, strong, beautiful bird hugs you back. Look at this. They can hug you back. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. Okay. You know what? Pidgeot is going up into, hey, this is a great hug, ahead of Blastoise because it can hug you back. And I'm also going to move Pidgeotto one to the left because it can also hug you back. But you still got to crouch down for that one. Alright. Folks, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in... Oh, excuse me. 10 minutes or less. Usually how long my breaks last. Get up, use the bathroom, stretch, grab some water. Do what you gotta do. Enjoy my break. Thank you, I will. I will be right back. All right. I'm back. And where were we? So we just did Pidgeot, and we said, hey, this is a great hug. But it's ranking a little bit far down on the list that we have going so far for that tier. The overall average so far, or not the average, I should say, the most used tier thus far is Pretty Good Hug. So that's interesting to see. That's interesting to see. We've got a couple you may hug at once, and of course are the ones that have poison abilities, because those could kill you. Let's just continue going here. Oh yeah, and just a reminder that my base rules are, can you physically hug it? Will hugging it kill you? Will hugging it definitely harm you? Can your arms fit around at least part of it? And is the texture nice to hug? There's other stuff that we've been taking into account as well, like smell, warmth, all that sort of stuff. Kind of the nature of the Pokemon as well. But yeah. Just to kind of like set a little bit of a ground rule so that I can kind of keep myself on track as well. Hang on, I gotta adjust my seat. The chair that I'm sitting in is pretty old and kind of broken, so I have a pillow behind me to make up for the fact that the back leans back way too far. Rattata. It's time. It's time for the rat. Might not be the year of the rat anymore physically, but it's always the year of the rat in our hearts. Also, sorry for how dark and shadowed I am right now. There's like a huge spot of sunlight hitting back there, and it's just messing with the balance. I don't have a good light yet. Hoping to get one relatively soon. We'll see. Okay, so Rattata. Only about 8 pounds, and it is a foot long. $5 foot long. I mean, look at that. It looks so cute. That looks very cute. Alrighty. Bites anything when it attacks. Small and very quick. It is a common sight in many places. Will chew on anything with its fangs. If you see one, it is certain that 40 more live in the area. Okay. So it's quick. It will bite anything. It will gnaw on anything, although it prefers hard objects to gnaw, so that's good. It eats everything. Whatever food is available, it will settle down and produce offspring continuously. Oh no! Oh no, I don't like that. Okay. Cautious to the extreme. Even while it is asleep, it constantly listens by moving its ears around. But it's not picky about where it lives. Okay. So, will chew on anything with its fangs. Incisors continue growing till its death. Oh, if its trainer doesn't offer it a file to gnaw on, it will gnaw on door frames, table legs, and so on. So, I think it says that it'll bite anything, but I think it really is looking for hard things to bite. So you might not have to worry, actually, about that. Now, if we're thinking about how this little guy smells, though. If it will eat anything and isn't picky about its surroundings and will just kind of eat trash, that might be kind of a smelly Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, you know, smell sticks in, you know, after you're by a campfire, the smoke smell sticks in your hair, much in the same way that I think that the trash smell, until bathed at least, would stick in the Rattata's fur. It's very interesting. I think, but I do also, it is also small and fuzzy and probably warm. I think balancing those out, I'm going to take Rattata, and I'm going to say, just because of the smell factor and the possibility that it could bite you, I'm going to say feels okay. I'm going to say feels okay, you know? That's how I feel about it. Let's talk about Raticate next. Raticate's bigger, rounder, fluffier. Perhaps bitier. Let's figure out if that's true. Alright, Raticate. I love the chubby cheeks. The Alolan form. Alright, 40 pounds, 2'4". Okay, so this is a Pokemon that you're not... This is not a handheld Pokemon. You're not going to be able to hold it and carry it, probably. Still pretty small. You'd have to bend down pretty far or be sitting in order to hug this Pokemon, probably. That's like the size of like kind of an average dog, I think. Uses its whisker to maintain balance. Apparently slows down if they're cut off. Its hind feet are webbed. They act as flippers so they can swim. Okay. So we've got like wet, furry animal smell. That's not great. Gnaws on anything with its tough fangs. Okay, so it will gnaw on anything as well. Sturdy fangs. Gnaws on rocks. Whittles its constantly growing fangs by gnawing on hard things. Okay. Hind feet are webbed. So what I'm getting here... Its disposition is far more violent than its looks would suggest. Don't let your hand get too close. Oh, this is the dark. This is the dark type. Because that's the Alolan Raticate, right? Oh, no, 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 no. It's got different stuff. It's got different stuff. It's got different stuff for the Alolan. Okay, for the Alolan form. Okay, no. So its disposition is far more violent than its looks would suggest. It could bite your hand clean off. Okay, 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 okay. You know what? Just for that, and for just generally being kind of bleh, you may hug it once. It would feel probably the like second best to hug out of these. But you may only hug it once. Because it will bring harm or death to you if it bites your hand clean off. My word. What a violent creature. Okay, hold on a second. The next one is Spearow. See you right over here. Alright, Spearow, what you got? Spearows are obviously like sparrows. Weighs about 4.5 pounds, 1 foot. So good so far, can be held in hands. Eats bugs, has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Cannot fly high, but it is very fast. Can't fly in a long distance. Protective of its territory. Okay. It can also be loud. It can be heard up to half a mile away. Uh-oh. I mean, that's not a bad thing necessarily. I am pretty noise sensitive, though, so I wouldn't want that to yell in my face. Please, no thank you. That's one of the many reasons why I would never personally want to have, like, a parrot or a budgie as a pet. I cannot handle those loud sounds, man. Parakeet, I mean. Protective of its territory, eats bugs. Alright, so this guy is loud, eats bugs, and seems like it's territorial, kind of mean, maybe. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say... Can be hugged. Feels horrible. Welcome back, Honeybee. I've done a couple more Pokemon. So I just did Rattata. And Rattata feels okay because Stinky eats anything. Stinky and might bite you. Can be hugged but feels horrible for Spearow because it's mean. It eats bugs. Pigeon rat, other rat, and angry pigeon. Yep. And then Raticate, as it turns out, is very violent and might bite off your hand. So I put it under you may hug it once. And also it has webbed feet for its back feet, so it swims in rivers all the time. So no thank you. No thank you to the max. Alright. Well, I think we already know what Fearo's probably gonna be, huh? It's 311, so you don't have to duck down too far, but that just doesn't... Yeah, it could hug back, but it just doesn't look like it'd be fun to hug or feel satisfying to hug, you know? Wait, hold on. This image... I think Fearo's far too aggressive. I agree. Long neck. Catching prey. Stamina to fly all day. Tough. Yeah. I mean, its name is Fearo. Like, you know? So, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it into You May Hug It Once. It will be... Right here. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good placement. Okay. Also, I've decided also that the You May Hug It Once also counts for great, like, bad injury. Because it's like, you might not necessarily die from these things, but, sure not gonna hug it again. Sure as shit. Alright, next up, we have Ekans. That's just a snake. Hey, guys. Hey, folks. That's a snake. Alright, let's see. Come on, load up. Oops. Okay. Oh, 15 pounds. And it's 6.5 feet long. A little over 6.5 feet long. Okay. It's actually very light. Interesting. Okay. So let's learn more about this little friend. Moves silently and stealthily. Eats the eggs of birds, such as Pidgey and Spearow, whole. The older it gets, the longer it grows. At night, it wraps its long body around the tree branches to rest. That's kind of sweet. Eggs freely detach its jaw. Fun, fun, fun. It can become too heavy to move, however. That's hilarious. When first born, it has no poison, so its bite is painful but harmless. So their bites eventually do become poisonous. Okay, Spiral curls itself up. Common sight in grassland. Sneaks through the grass. The older it gets, the longer it grows. I'm gonna say, since it has a poisonous bite, and it's probably like... It's probably not too friendly. So it's gonna... Eradicate bites your arm off, you can't hug it anymore. I just saw that now. I'm gonna put Ekans as You May Hug It Once. But it's actually gonna go... It's gonna go right here. Because the thing is, like, if it curls around you, that's a nice pressure, you know? It's a nice pressure stem. Well, I mean, hugging it... Yeah, actually hugging it isn't satisfying. It can hug you back, but it sucks. I don't know what I was thinking. Next up is Arbok. There's a difference between being hugged and being constricted. True, true, true. I was getting a little bit too ahead of myself and too loosey-goosey with it. And I think you're so right. Okay, so let's talk about Arbok. Because I can't imagine it would be much different. Poison type. 143 pounds, 11 feet long. That's a big snake. And basically, it's probably just gonna be like, this thing is poisonous and it'll hurt you. Ferocious, warning markings on its belly differ from area to area. Oh, that's interesting. Binds and poisons. Terrifically strong. Yeah, no contest. That one's, But you know what? It would still be a little bit more pleasant to hug. Just because it is tall. Did you know Arbok backwards is snake? Wild how that works. I know, right? Words, words, words. So, yeah, that's that. Oh, it's Pikachu. Oh, it's our good friend Pikachu. Let's learn about our good friend Pikachu, everybody. Hell yeah. Alright. Pika Pika. Oh, cosplay Pikachu. That's just a trans Pikachu. That's a trans Pikachu. 13.2 pounds. About a little over a foot tall. Oh god, that's right. Cramorant likes to bleh. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, there is a shiny Pikachu in the anime, and they made it like kind of a badass. Yeah, you can't touch their cheeks. Cannot. Oh my god, so cute. Oh, I love cosplay Pikachu. Hello? 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 Oh my god, I just realized. I'm sorry, you couldn't see what I was doing. Hello? Hello? Who's this? Hello? Here, I'll show you some cute ones to make up for it. Look. Look, they're cosplaying. Come on. Alright, well, whatever. Hell yeah. Okay, Pikachu's entry is super long. Hello? Silly. Alright, several of these Pokemon gather. Their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. Tail raise. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. Well, if we're hugging this thing, we're not going to be yanking its tail. No need to worry about that. Forests away from people. Oh, lives in forests away from people. So they don't really like people, it seems like. I mean, you know, they showed that with Ash's Pikachu. Because at first, Ash's Pikachu did not like him. It stores electricity in its cheeks, yeah. Intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with electricity. Raises its tail. Angered immediately discharges electricity stored in the pouches in its cheeks. Okay. Very smart. Can't touch its cheeks. Generally doesn't like people. However, I'm going to go ahead and say, and I know I'm biased because of the anime, but Pikachu, I think, is really good to hug. You know, it's just a nice little fuzzy dude. I'm going to change the song real quick. We're going to Cranky's lab, everybody. And I think that Pikachu is going to rank pretty high. Like, I think, you know, like, as long as you're careful and as long as the Pikachu loves and trusts you, like, that's a great hug that you're going to get. Pikachu is full of love. You know what? Pikachu is soft and has been shown to be able to be hugged. Exactly. Because it's also very intelligent. So I think it's going to go under best hug ever. And I think it's going to go one step below Charizard because it cannot hug you back. Charizard can hug you back. Love that. Alright. Let's talk about Raichu. I'm not gonna write you a love song because you asked for it. Raichu is pretty short. It's only 2'7", and it's 66 pounds. So not really gonna be grabbing and picking up this little friend. You gotta get down to hug this Raichu, this Pokemon. Its long tail serves as a ground to protect itself from its own high voltage power. When electricity builds up inside its body, it becomes feisty. It glows in the dark. What? That's so cool. I didn't know that. 10,000 volts, and electricity discharges from its tail, so it's not harmed by its own power. Okay. Oh, so when its electricity builds up, it becomes more aggressive than usual. Okay, that's interesting. But in Silver version, if the electric pouches in its cheeks become fully charged, both ears will stand straight up. So you do have a gauge. So basically, you see if it's like whoop, straight up, you got to remind your Raichu, hey, discharge a little bit of that in a safe place. You're gonna kind of become a little bit angry. It's like hangry, but I don't know, electrangry or something. Let's see. If it stores too much electricity, its behavior turns aggressive. Okay, so the thing is, like, I think it's also gonna be kind of a smarter Pokemon. Like, it knows its own limits, and it knows to discharge electricity every once in a while. So I think where we're gonna put Raichu is in, hey, this is a great hug. But you do have to bend down for it. So I think it's gonna go behind Wartortle and in front of Pidgeotto. And that's just what I think. In my own mind. Next up, one sec. Raichu is so cute. It's true. Raichu's so cute. Next up we have Sandshrew. A shrew that lives in the sand. Presumably. Okay, Sandshrew. Okay, here we are. Sandshrew, mouse Pokemon. So it is 26.5 pounds and 2 feet tall. Whoa. That's weird. That's a weird looking fella. I don't like that. I don't like his size. No thanks. Burrows deep underground in arid locations far from water. Only emerges to hunt food. Its body is dry. When it gets cold at night, its hide is said to become coated with a fine dew. Okay. So it's dry. If it fell from a great height, this Pokemon could save itself by rolling into a ball and bouncing. Dry, sandy places. So, you know, I think that this Pokemon would be very likely to be dusty. I think it'd be very likely to be dusty and not pleasant to touch because of its dryness. Which, you know, I think makes sense. Body's configured to absorb water without waste. Roll into a ball. Skin, it's wrinkled from moisture. It heads for a volcano. Because it can, like, it just absorbs water. It loves to bathe in the grit of dry, sandy areas. By sandbathing, this Pokemon rids itself of dirt and moisture clinging to its body. So I don't think that this Pokemon is, like, dirty. But I do think that this Pokemon is dusty and dry. So I don't think that it would feel... I think that would feel horrible to hug. So that's where we're gonna put it. Huggable, but it feels horrible. Whoops. Right there. Okay. Sandslash. What you got for us? So Sandslash... We're working with 65 pounds, 3'3". Gotta bend down to hug this little guy. Makes sense. Curls up into a spiny ball. Okay, yeah, it's got those spines on the back. So immediately you're not really going to be able to... Not really going to be able to get your arms around that, you know? Tough spikes, hardened sections of its hide. Yeah. I think it's going to be huggable, but feels horrible. Because I don't think, like, the spikes... I don't think that the spikes are gonna, like, immediately... Like, if you hug it, they're not gonna pierce all the way, like, through your body. Like, in a way that'll very much hurt you. But I think it's kind of like, ooh, ow, oh, I got scratched. Ooh, I got poked. You know what I mean? So, it's not quite to the point of... I really don't think that it's to the point where it's like, you may hug it once. It's gonna be like touching a cactus. Exactly, yeah. So I think can be hugged but feels horrible, and it's going to be lower than Sandshrew. Alright. Next up. Nidoran. And honestly, so female Nidoran, I guess. I will bring male Nidoran up here too because I think they're probably going to be very similar. And I will check the Pokedex entries for male Nidoran just in case, but you know. 15.5 pounds, 1'4". So you could hold that in your hands. But it is a poison type, so I'm going into this with some expectations, if you know what I mean. Hi, Esther. How's it going? Butterfree? Okay, Butterfree is really low because you can't touch its wings. Because if you touch its wings, you will hurt it and it will hurt you due to the toxic powder on it. So you can't hug it. You know? And then you may hug it once because it'll hurt you, maybe even kill you. And then you will hurt it, maybe even kill it. Like, you know, as a result of it not being able to fly anymore. Anyway, hi Esther, thanks for dropping by! Hugging Butterfree is a horrible idea, yes. Accurate. So this is the list we've got so far. Got any other questions about any of the other decisions we've made? I'll let you take a peek here. Charizard is so high because perfect hugging height. You can really fit your arms around there, warm, and can hug you back. That is the reason why Charizard is so high. What, Esther? What do you got to say about this? Charizard's height and neck make him perfect, even if he is the worst starter evolution. Oh, we're getting controversial in chat. Perfect hugging height? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Like, Charizard is like... Only Honey is... Charizard's only 5'7". That's rude. Yeah, Charizard's only 5'7". So I think that's perfect hugging height, you know? Oh, you think that Charizard is the worst? That's interesting. Oh, you know what? You like the Bulbasaur line best, don't you, Esther? I think I remember. Alright, we're talking about Nidoran. Female now. Oh, I went down too far. Bulbasaur line is the best, correct. Okay, what were we doing? Okay. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. Honeybee and Esther are on the same level, absolutely. Not many Pokemon that does not like to fight. Beware its small horns secrete venom. Okay. Highly toxic thorns. Okay. You know what? You are going in You May Hug It Once. And I'm assuming that male Nidoran is the same. So they're gonna be at the top. Because they're pleasant to hug. Once. You will die. Okay, next up we have... Is this Nidorina, right? Yeah, Nidorina and then Nidoqueen. I'm pretty sure all the Nidorans are only huggable once, true. Coward! Alright, let's see you do it then. Esther, I challenge you. How'd your hangout with your friend go, by the way? I hope it went well. Poison type. They will die after it. It's not by choice. It's true. Yeah. It's not like I'm a coward. In fact, I'm brave. Stupid but brave if I hug it. Just the one time. 44 pounds, 2'7". Can't hug Nidoqueen, then the world is broken. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you can't hug Nidoqueen because Nidoqueen isn't real. Womp womp. The female's horn develops slowly. Prefers physical attacks, such as clawing and biting. Thorns always retract. This is proof that it's relaxed. Nido female line is less spiky. Yes! True. Usually docile. If it becomes enraged, it will attack. Okay. It has a calm and caring nature, but still venomous, right? However, I'm intrigued, because when resting deep in its burrow, its thorns always retract. This is proof that it is relaxed. Hear me out. Yeah. It has a safe mode, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. If it feels safe with you and if it's relaxed, you can hug it when it's in its burrow. Oh, you just woke up from a nap. Cool. Good morning. I hope you had a good nap. So I'm gonna say, hey, look, in Ruby. When Nidorina are with their friends or family, they keep their barbs tucked away to prevent hurting each other. Hey! Boom snap, the sound of my heart. So Nidorina, I think, deserves to be, hey, this is a great hug. We stan this queen. We do. Now, I want to say that Nidorina is only 2 feet tall and can't be easily... The beat goes on and on. Beat goes on and on and on and on and... I sang the wrong song at first. I do want to say, Nidorina, very short, not a good weight to be casually picked up. That's why it's going in, hey, this hug is great. Not best hug ever. Oh, Bulba is a pretty good hug because Bulbasaur, I think, wouldn't be warm and is smooth, but not like I prefer like furry hugs, if that makes sense. Yes, pretty good is considered a high tier here. It's tier number 3. Yeah, because we've got literally unhuggable. You may hug it once, can be hugged but feels horrible, and feels okay. So I think that, but because of how short Nidorina is, and the fact that you can't just, like, pick it up very casually, I don't like crouching down low to give hugs. I prefer not to. So, like, if there's, like, a small child, like a cousin of mine who wants a hug, like, I'll do it. But, you know, this is just probably my bias of, like, someone who has back problems. Hitting chat limit. But you hug cats. Yeah, I know, because, like, cats you can pick up. That's my whole thing. Is that, like, most cats, you can just pick it up and hold it. Nidorina is not a good weight to pick up and hold. Does that make sense? That's why I'm rating it a little bit lower. I will say, more pleasant to hug than Pidgeotto. I've got methods to my madness. Alright. Are y'all ready for Nidoqueen? I think we might have another best hug ever. Yes, queen. 132 pounds, 4'3". Esther, I swear to God. It's my stream. I have the stream key, don't you dare. First stream you're able to make it to in a little while and you're gonna corrupt it. Fucking rude. I thought we were friends. Its hard scales provide strong protection. Okay. So, it's not... This one, instead of being softer, is tough to the touch. It's covered with needle-like scales. Oh, no. Stadium's entry. It's super hard needle-like scales. Stand up when excited. It uses hefty bulk for performing powerful moves. That might not be... It can't be excited during the hug. It has to be relaxed. Okay. Needle-like scales. Scaly, rugged body to seal the entrance of its nest. Hard scales. Needle-like scales. Hard scales. Harsh attacks. Okay. Becomes excited, the needles bristle outwards. Because what I'm seeing here... Hold on. I'll accept this one being low. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be. I think it's gonna have to be. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Entrance. Stiff steel like needles. Yeah. Yeah, we do love her from afar. From afar, we love this queen. That's okay. Alright. Can be hugged, but feels horrible. Because I'm not going to say, like, it didn't say that the needles were poisonous, is the thing. Since it didn't specify that, I'm going to say that you can hug it multiple times. You can't just hug it once. But it does feel pretty horrible. And I'm gonna say hugging, Kakuna is low because, we found out in the Pokedex entry that it's deadly. Exactly. It has a stinger still. It's a deadly version of Metapod. Unfortunate. And I'm just gonna check real quick. Nidoran male is probably the same. It's okay. You don't... It can Sucker Punch, Kill, Death, Kill at you. Esther, you're allowed to have different opinions than me. But this is my list. You can sway my opinion a little bit. What I say goes. Roll up my sleeves a little bit. 7 its ears sense danger. Larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Yep. So that's the same. Nidorino. Let's see how Nidorino is. I'm assuming it's probably... Ooh, your boss is really into Pokemon? Hell yeah, you'll love to hear it. Aggressive Pokemon that is quick to attack. Yep. Okay. Powerful Venom. Venom... Harder than... Its horn is harder than Diamond. God damn. Okay, so it sounds like... It sounds like this one is spikier and more aggressive. Nidorino, that is. I just realized you couldn't see what I was doing. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to bring that up. Nidorino has a horn that is harder than Diamond. If it senses a hostile presence, all the barbs on its back bristles up at once, and it challenges the foe with all its might. It is easily angered. He tried to tell me Obstagoon evolves from Mightyena, and I was like, honey, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Horn on its head secretes a powerful venom. I think that for Nidorino, you may hug it once. Baby crave violence. So I think we're gonna do that. Baby craves violence. Okay. Let's see how Nidoking is doing. Let's check in with Nidoking. How you doing, Nidoking? What do you think? What do you feel? What are your thoughts? Okay. 4'7". Boop, boop, boop. It uses its powerful tail in battle to smash, constrict, then break the prey's bones. King, we love him. We do. Steel-like hide. Its horns are so hard it can pierce a diamond. Rock-hard hide that's worn like armor. Long horn on its head is sharp and highly venomous. Okay. Swings its tail. Tail thick and powerful. Thick arms and legs to attack forcefully. Melee combat is its specialty. Carried you through many games. Hell yeah. Love to see it. More like highly lovable. So true. So true, King. So true, bestie. One swing of its mighty tail could snap a telephone pole as if it were a matchstick. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that it's powerful, good at fighting. It does still have... The horn is venomous. Be careful with the horn as it contains venom. But instead of being needly, it looks like its hide is just, like... Its steel-like hide adds to its powerful tackle. So instead of being needly, its hide is just hard. So that's not going to be super pleasant to hug, but it's not going to hurt you. There's no stopping it. Yeah. It does seem to be a kind of aggressive, but it can hug you back, though. It can hug you back. Let's see. I think can be hugged but feels horrible. No, you know what? I think it feels okay. I think that it feels okay. Because it can hug you back, but it's really, really hard. No, you know what? That feels horrible. Nidoqueen is lower. Because Nidoqueen's scales are like needles. This one just has a hard hide that's really hard like steel. But you know what? I am actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it feels horrible to hug that one too. But a little bit better than Nidoqueen. Because Nidoqueen is made of needles. And Sandslash, the spikes on the back are really spiky. So if you tried to hug it, it would just like poke and scratch your arms as you got your arms around it. Sandslash is so cute. It's so... Am I doing Alolan forms? Not for this stream. I will be covering the Alolan forms in... I'll be covering regional variants for the proper region. So for now, we're just doing all Cantonian everything. And I'm not doing Mega Evolutions or anything like that. Just because in Generation 1, those aren't technically relevant yet. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Like a fool, while I was on my break, I didn't refill my water, so I might need to do that in a second. But I want to do another Pokemon before I do that. Okay. Next up. Oh, we have Clefairy. So this is going to be split into multiple streams because we're 2 hours in and not even a third of the way there. Yes. My original plan was to do 1 generation per stream for this stream series. That's clearly not happening. Hopefully I can get through like around like a third. We'll see. But yes, it will be multiple streams. So this is part 1 of Generation 1. Might be 2 streams per gen. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is 16.5 pounds and it's 2 feet tall. Good for hug. Good for hugging. Cursed. Not good for hugging. Cursed. You put that finger away. How dare you have that? Its magical and cute appeal has many admirers. There's a correct answer for this Pokemon. Oh god, the pressure. The pressure. Y'all can't pressure me. Best hug ever, can't change my mind. Cute looks, playfulness. They're thought to be rare as they do not appear often. A rare hug. A rare hug indeed. Yeah, it's adorable behavior and cry. Rarely found. I mean, it's small, easily carried. Like, easy to hug. My goodness. I think, yeah, this is the best hug ever. This one is the best hug ever, no contest. Ugh. And you know what? Move over Charizard. Yeah, literally a Pokédoll is based off of it. Yeah. T. Accurate. Alright, let's go to Clefable. Clefable is 88.2 pounds, 4'3". That's a pretty good hugging height. I don't have to crouch down too much to get there. Let's see. Timid fairy Pokemon that's rarely seen. It will run and hide the moment it senses people. So again, a very rare hug. They may be very popular, very protective of their own world. Not showing the screen. Thank you for letting me know. Sometimes I forget. Its ears are very sensitive, so it does not like loud noises or busy places. Will not come out in front of people. Okay. So you gotta gain its trust, and you gotta be quiet. Clefable moves by skipping lightly. Oh, it's bouncy steps. It is known to take strolls on lakes on quiet moonlit nights. Yeah, you know what? Rarely seen by people. I think like its hearing is very good. Okay, so it's rare. Do not overstim, baby. Don't overstim, baby. It's very rare. It's kind of scared of people, but I think if you really work hard to earn that trust, I'm gonna say that it belongs up here in Best Hug Ever, right behind Clefairy. Because Clefairy is just so perfect to hold in your arms to hug. And I think that that is so important. Who's next? Oh, it's Vulpix. Oh, it's Vulpix. Vulpix is next. Alright, let's talk about Vulpix. Clefable, the relatable Pokemon. Yes, accurate. Okay. Valid. Alright, Vulpix. 21.8 pounds, 2 feet. You can hold that. It's a little bit heavy, a little bit on the heavy side, but you can hold it. Queen. True. Yes, Queen. We do love. At the time of birth, it has just one tail. The tail splits from its tip as it grows older. Interesting. Both its fur and its tails are beautiful. Single white-colored tail splits into 6 beautiful tails. As it develops, its single white tail gains color and splits into 6. Oh, that's interesting. It grows to become more huggable. Yes, and it's a fire type, so you know it's going to be nice and warm. Infinite love hack. True. Oh my goodness. It can freely control fire, making fiery orbs fly like will-o'-the-wisps. Just before evolution, its 6 tails grow hot as if on fire. Yes, absolutely. See, why is this never explored, though? When it's born, it has just one snow white tail, and then the tail splits and grows as it grows older. I think that's really interesting, and I didn't know that. I don't think they ever explored that in the anime at all. Yes, you can pick them up. Oh. You know what? I need no further assessment. You're right there. Beautiful, beautiful baby. It is based on the myth, yes. The nine-tailed fox. Fox spirit, more tails equals older, age/power. I didn't know that part of it. That's interesting. Alright, speaking of nine-tailed fox, let's talk about Ninetales. Cucumber. Oh, just gorgeous. Look at that. 3'7". A little bit of a short queen. We stand. About 44 pounds. Let's see. Very smart and very vengeful. Grabbing one of its many tails could result in a 1,000-year curse. Damn. According to an enduring legend, 9 noble saints were united and reincarnated as this Pokemon. Protective hug. Some legends claim that each of its 9 tails has its own unique type of special mystic power. Can live to be 1,000 years old, apparently. Okay. Oh. Ninetales casts a sinister light from its bright red eyes. Remember her episode where her spirit protects the home after her master left? I don't remember that episode, but I believe you. I trust you. So it's very smart and very vengeful. But I think, like, you know, being vengeful isn't really being, like, aggressive. it's only gonna be bad to you if you hurt it first. And that's not what we're doing here. We're hugging. And as always, this is all within the realms of, unless, like, the Pokemon is literally, like, do not touch me. We're talking about hugging the Pokemon because they also want to be hugged. It is vindictive and relentless by nature. Those who cross it even once will be cursed for 1,000 years, along with their descendants. Okay. And this is just regular Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales is right down here. Okay. So, here's the thing. She's petty. She's a little petty. And she can be vengeful. And honestly, I can't argue with that. I think that overall, as long as you are good to this Pokemon, Queen, right. As long as you're good to this Pokemon, she'll be good to you. And beyond that, this is a great hug. In fact, it's gonna go right here. Baby alert! Because, it's a fire type, it's warm, its fur is silky and beautiful. Because I imagine, it didn't mention that changing from when it evolves from Vulpix. So I think that it deserves the top spot so far in the, hey, this is a great hug. Yes, the tails. True, true. Yeah, the tails could kind of curl around you. So I think that's... it could be a blanket. Oh, you're selling me on it. Right there. Right there. I didn't even think about the tails. I didn't even think about them. Thank you for reminding me, Esther. I appreciate it. Who's next? Oh, it's Jigglypuff. Hacker voice, I'm in. You are. Esther, you're in my heart. Because you're one of my best friends and I love you very much. And that's just real talk. Alright. Pudding. Let's talk about a Jigglypuff. 12.1 pounds. And it's crying to your Nidoqueen. Oh no! Careful, watch out for the needles. See, Esther here is very brave. We'll hug a Nidoqueen even though it's made of needles. Oh my god, look, it's so hungry. Me too, bud, me too. Okay, listen, I liked the Detective Pikachu movie, but it just made Jigglypuff look bad. Yeah, the Jigglypuff in the anime is shiny. I fucking love it. Alright, when its huge eyes light up, it sings a mysterious, soothing melody that lulls its enemies to sleep. So, I mean, we all know this. We've all, I'm assuming, at least heard about in the anime how it uses Sing all the time to mess with the humans. Moving my mic a little closer to me so I don't have to talk quite as loud. Need one of these, never have problems sleeping. Exactly. See, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's not gonna do this as long as you're kind to it and you're friends with it. Like, it's not gonna do it to prank you or to harm you. If anything, you know, you don't need to take melatonin. You don't need to take any sort of sleep aid or anything like that. Jigglypuff is there to help you. It inflates to sing a lullaby. It can perform longer and cause sure drowsiness in its audience. Looking into its cute, round eyes causes it to sing a relaxing melody. And see, the thing is, like, it's the balloon Pokemon, right? I think that when this Pokemon sings, it never pauses to breathe. Damn. I think that it would be, like, it would be soft and pleasant to touch. Plus, it'll help you sleep. I think that deserves to be either the second tier or the first tier here. It can die from singing? Hold on. Where does it say that? Oh, it never pauses to breathe. If it is in a battle against an opponent that does not fall asleep, Jigglypuff cannot breathe, endangering its life. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Nothing can avoid falling asleep. hearing a Jigglypuff song. It's okay. Everything's okay. Oh, the sound waves of its singing voice match the brain waves of someone in a deep sleep. Fake news. Jesus. When it wavers its big round eyes, it begins singing a lullaby. I think, you know what? I think it's okay. Because also, like, you're gonna fall asleep, so it's not gonna be in danger. I love having an ADHD moment where I somehow end up on a completely different website. Yeah. That's relatable. I don't have ADHD, but I do be doing that sometimes. You know what? I think this is best hug ever tier. I don't think it's going to be as high as Vulpix, though, because Vulpix, again, is a fire type and really can, like, warm you up, and I think that that's really nice. But yeah, great sleep aid. Highly recommend. Thank you. Jigglypuff is so squishable. Exactly, it's the balloon Pokemon. You can squish it and squash it. Alright, let's see about Wigglytuff. Let's see how Wigglytuff's doing here. Go. Okay. 3'3". Oh, it's only 26 pounds. So it is kind of a little bit bigger, but you could pick that up. Okay, but big queen. True. So it's not very heavy. Perpetually uncomforted. What do you mean by that, Honeybee? Oh, Wigglytuff floating. This Wigglytuff's a little bit evil, just a little. But this Wigglytuff is a nurse assistant. Look at that. Would you look at that? This Wigglytuff's on fire, and that kind of sucks. Its mouth is on its stomach. It looks like it's about to eat pancakes. Yes. I didn't notice that its mouth was on its stomach, and now I can't unsee it. Its body is soft and rubbery. When angered, it will suck in air and inflate itself to enormous size. You're so sleepy. Well, spot that resemblance where its stomach is. Yeah, and I know what you mean. Like that whole, like, different color. Oh, Esther can't go to sleep. He just took a nap. Sleep. Their fur feels so good that if two of them snuggle together, they won't want to be separated. Huh? Oh my god. Very fine fur. Wow, rich, fluffy fur? Are you kidding me? Top tier alert. Top tier alert. Sublime to the touch? Yeah. Yeah. This is a top tier. For sure. And it's gonna go right behind Jigglypuff. Actually, speaking of water, I just remembered that I said I was gonna go grab my water. Because I need to refill my water. I'm very thirsty as well. So I am actually really quickly, I'm not going to go to my BRB screen. I'm just going to mute and go real quick refill my water. I will be right back. I'm going to get food and water because I'm that cool. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright. Alright. I am back with water. Hydration is very important. Okay, let's see who we have next. We have Zubat. Let's find out a little bit more about Zubat. How's Zubat doing? What do we think about Zubat? Well, immediately it doesn't look like a good shape for hugging. I wouldn't know you're hugging it. That's fair. It's very light, 16.5 pounds, and it's about 2 foot 7 inches. Okay. Forms colonies in perpetually dark places. Echolocates. Ultrasonic cries. Sonar. Neither eyes nor a nose. Okay. It's all about that hearing. Yep. Dark places. Quietly unmoving in a dark spot during daylight hours. Aw. Prolonged exposure to the sun causes its body to become slightly burned. Hang on, I think my music might have stopped. There we go. Oh, that's loud. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Okay, sorry. One sec. I mean, it's not saying anything about it being, like, shitty to touch or anything like that. It does... It avoids sunlight, which is fine. I don't have to be... I don't have to be in the sunlight to hug this little guy. Sleeps in caves, has no eyes. Does make a lot of sound. Alright, so, you know what I think? I think that it just feels okay. Like, if it curls its wings in, it's pretty little. Feels okay. You know? But I think it feels probably the best out of these. It's not super satisfying to hug because of how small its body is, I think. But it feels okay. That's kind of my take on it. Now, Golbat. Let's see what we think about Golbat. Show it on screen. Hello. Hello. Golbat. Huh, that's weird. Now, is that happening for everything? Huh. I mean, I'm still live, so it's not my internet. Did Bulbapedia go down? Here, hold on. Bulbapedia. Yump. Yumpa Wumpa. Oh. I mean, it looks like Bulbapedia might just be down. Well, they decided to close midstream. Hold on, let me double check. I took it off screen because I realized it was still on screen, or it crashed. Yeah, I might have to just use Cerebi. Let me try using Cerebi here. Golbat. 1 second, folks. Okay. So Cerebi, not Cerebi, excuse me, Bulbapedia, like, went down. Like, it's not working on my end anymore. Oh, this is the black and white version. It's weird. Can you take me to... Oh, I would have to check each individual dex for this one. Okay. I'll just go with the Gen 1 Dex. Oh, I forgot that he looked like this. Look at this goofy guy. Look at this goofy guy. Where's your Dex entry? Hello? Bulbapedia died. Worked for 7 hours today with no break. Oh, Esther. Also, yeah, no, you're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're so smart. Your brain is just a little drained. Okay, I can't see where the actual Dex entries are. This is interesting. Da-da. Weird. Well, I guess we're just going based on looks. Let me try one more time. Bulbapedia. That habit of not asking for breaks. Need to get on that. Yeah. Error creating thumbnail. Unable to save thumbnail to destination. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna just kind of wing it. Haha. And we're just gonna look at each Pokemon individually, looking at it and using our best logic. You have a site that I can use? Oh, okay. Can you whisper it to me? Cerebi is where I just was. Pokemon DB. Okay. Hold on a second. Pokemon DB. Oh, Pokemon database. I see. Okay. Here, let me get this ready. Golbat. Okay, this could work. Hold on, let me change this. 1 second. Video game music. It's not recognizing this. Now Streamlabs is giving me heck about this. What the heck? 1 sec. Window capture, add source, new source, Pokédex. There's that source. Audio console. There we go. My goodness. Sorry about that delay, folks. Let's do that like that. Don't think you can hug Golbat because of its mouth. I think so too. I think that's probably going to be the case. But, oh, that's above my webcam. Hold on. Boop. Okay. Yeah, its mouth is too big, and I don't think its mouth ever closes. Once it strikes, it will not stop draining energy from the victim, even if it gets too heavy to fly. Hold on a second. I'm gonna change this a little bit so it's easier to read for y'all. There we go. Nice and legible. Golbat loves to drink the blood of living things. Ha ha ha. It bites down on prey with its 4 fangs and drinks the victim's blood. It can drink more than 10 ounces of blood at much if it has too much at once. Once it starts sucking, it does not stop until it's full. Okay. Well. Bad hug. Yeah, correct. Bad hug. Can be hugged, but feels horrible. Most Pokemon. Fighter, soft, cute. Okay. Also, thanks for sticking with me. Golbat. Blood, 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 blood. Thanks for sticking with me through those technical difficulties. Very much appreciate it. I'm gonna get it a little wider. Alright, let's talk about Oddish. Let's see how Oddish is doing, huh? Ask how their day's going. Baby alert! Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. During the day, it keeps its face buried in the ground. At night, it wanders around, sowing its seeds. Oh my god, if you yank it out, it shrieks horribly. What is that one thing called? The Mandrake? Whoa, not top 10 grass Pokemon worthy. Mandrake. Uh-oh. Honeybee and Esther are disagreeing. Its scientific name is Audium wanderus. Okay. So it seems like I will say one thing. It's probably going to be covered in dirt. Because it pretty much just hangs out in the dirt. Is what it looks like to me, at least. Whoopsies. I did not mean to make that full screen. Sorry about that. Exposed to moonlight, starts to move. During the day, stays in the cold underground. Okay, so I think that this guy is cute and little and sweet. And it's, yeah, it's cute and little and it's sweet, but it's dirt. It's got dirt on it. So that takes it down a little bit at least. So I think it's gonna be low end to pretty good. That's what I'm gonna say. And that's that on that. Dirty boys are valid. However, I don't want to hug Dirty. People talking about me. It's cute, little, and sweet, but it's dirt. You're wonderful. You're wonderful, Honeybee. Alright, Gloom. If I remember correctly, Gloom is stinky, but it is carryable based on these stats here. So let's find out. The fluid that oozes from its mouth isn't drool, it's a nectar. Oh. It smells incredibly foul. There it is. Stinky, stinky, stinky. However, around 1 out of 1,000 people enjoy sniffing its nose-bending stink. Is that like the thing where it's, for some people cilantro tastes like soap? Or do you think those people are just freaks? Sweet honey. What? What appears to be... Hold on. What appears to be drool is actually sweet honey. Okay. But it's stinky, but it's sweet honey. Drool like syrup and pollen on its petals is so bad it may make opponents faint. Foul. Yeah, I like cilantro as well. Cilantro doesn't taste like soap to me, because that's just a genetic thing. Honeybee says those people are freaks. I'm inclined to agree. Saying someone has slurped up the Gloom drool to find out that it's honey. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that. Oh. I think based on the nose-bending stink, I'm gonna have to say that you can hug it, but it feels bad. Because I think that's just the truth of the matter. Stinky. Sorry for the typos. That made me lose control over my body. That is totally fair and understandable. Alright. Let's see who's next. Vileplume? Yeah, because isn't Vileplume's design based off of those flowers that smell like rotting corpses? I think that that's the case. Decently tall, almost 4 feet, and it's 41 pounds. Big hat's brother. Yeah. The larger its petals, the more toxic pollen it contains. Its big head is heavy and hard to hold up. Flaps its Okay, so it's poisonous, is what you're saying. Is with every step the petals shake out heavy clouds of toxic pollen. You may hug it once. You may hug it once. I'm gonna put it here. It's poisonous, they say. Looking at a poison type. Listen, listen. I am a Thembo, and I will take no criticism. Wink. Paris. I always thought Paris looked so cute. It's little. It's very little. Easily carried. Burrows to suck tree roots. The mushrooms on its back grow by drawing nutrients from the bug host. Yeah, it's a little zombie. Because isn't it technically like the mushroom is kind of technically the Pokemon? Because it's some random unnamed bug. It is doused... Excuse me. It is doused with mushroom spores when it's born, and its body grows. As its body grows, mushrooms sprout from its back. Based off mushrooms in the rainforest that take control of a bug's mind. Yeah. Paris has parasitic mushrooms growing on its back called Tochikaso. They grow large by drawing nutrients from the bug Pokemon's host. Highly valued as medicine. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing here that it's going to be dangerous to touch. It's just that it's got parasites. It's a zombie. And it likes eating tree roots. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, it doesn't look like it would be very satisfying to hug. You know? Like, it's a little zombie. Okay, hold. Hold on for what? Turn down for what? Are you counting the mushrooms as separate? No. For the sake of this, they are the same. They're the same. I mean, I know that because there are two life forms present. Well, the thing is, there's no way that I can separate them on this tier list. And also, they're attached. So it's like, I can't really hug them individually. They come as a package deal, if that makes sense. That's how I'm treating it. So I'm just going to say feels okay. Feels okay. And it can be right there. I think that's a good place for it. Alright, back to the decks. Alright, Parasect. See, Parasect looks like it might actually be kind of a fun shape to hug, potentially. And it's not too big. Let's see. Host Parasite pair. Yeah, see, they're a pair. They're buds. In which the parasite mushroom has taken over the host bug. Stores info for later when Delmise appears. Oh my god. Stays mostly in dark, damp places. They are not buds. No, don't worry. I was kidding. I promise. I don't think that they're buddies. Larger the mushroom on its back grows, the stronger the mushroom spores it scatters. Okay. Ooh, when nothing's left to extract from the bug, the mushrooms on its back leave spores on the bug's eggs. Ooh. Ooh, they infest trees. That's fun. Okay, it scatters toxic spores from the mushroom cap. In China exists in the Pokemon universe, apparently. In China, the spores are used as herbal medicine. It does say that it has toxic spores. I will take that with a grain of salt because it's only mentioned once so far, I think. Oh, it scatters poisonous spores. So I think, you know what? I think this is going to have to go on. You may hug it once. For those freaking spores. But I will say, Pokemon makes me very sad. Yeah. I think it goes right here because it's not stinky. Yeah, it's kind of a depressing Pokemon to think about. Oh well. We move on to Venonat. Look at this little puff ball. Look at it. Look at it. It's little. It's little. Oh, it's 66 pounds though. It's actually not that little. It's 3'3", so you probably wouldn't be able to hold it. But you'd crouch for it. You would crouch to hug it. It lives in the shadows. It is attracted by light. Clusters of many, many tiny eyes. Okay, it eats bugs. Poison oozes from all over its body. You may hug it. Once. It's a baby, and I love it. But you may hug it once. But I think it's the best to hug. Oh, I'm not criticizing it. It's a great Pokemon. But you may only hug it once. You will perish. You will perish if you try to hug it more than once. Or you will perish if you hug it once, I should say. Just setting ground rules, yeah. Sounds good. You hear that, everyone else? No criticism. No criticisms accepted here. Alright. Now it's Venomoth. Okay. So this thing is almost 5 feet tall. OG Moth, yeah. It's not very heavy though, which is nice. But I have a suspicion. Well, I mean, the thing is, I think it has kind of the same thing though as Butterfree, where because of the wings, you can't hug it really. Because that would hurt it, even if it's not going to hurt you. But I have a sinking suspicion that's going to hurt me. Dust-like scales covering its wings are color-coded to indicate the kinds of poison it has. Yeah, this is going in the same category as Butterfree. I think it's going to go... It's on the same level as Butterfree. I can't really put one in front of the other, honestly. Alright, let's see Diglett. Diglett, dig, Diglett, dig. Now this is interesting. Because Diglett doesn't come out of the ground, right? That's like the whole thing. Nub man. Little nubbin. See, it's very little and someone has weighed it. But I just don't see it being huggable because they don't come out of the ground willingly. Right? Cultural reset. Its skin is very thin. If it is exposed to light, its blood heats up, causing it to grow weak. So it prefers dark places. So actually, this one might not want to be touched. Honestly. It leaves raised earth in its wake. Mostly in farms. You know what? Oh man, oh, we have... Many farmers cherish and nurture Diglett because its droppings enrich the soil it lives in. It's got enriching poop. I think this might be our first This might be our first contender for literally unhuggable. Because I don't know, like, it doesn't want to be touched. Okay, hear me out. It doesn't want to be touched because if you touch it, it heats up, and if its blood heats up, it grows weak. It's gonna avoid touch from things that are gonna, like, heat it up. And also, it's so small, if you try to hug it, it'll just, like, go right underground. So I think literally unhuggable. That's gonna be our first ever literally unhuggable. Protect the nub, exactly. You must protect them. And I imagine Dugtrio's probably going to be similar, huh? Let's see, how tall are they? 2'4"? Hold on, I gotta adjust the music levels. Some of these songs are so loud and some of them are so quiet. Okay. Team of Diglett triplets. It triggers huge earthquakes. Can go fast. 3 heads bob separately. Extremely powerful. Yeah, we just did Diglett, and surprise, surprise, Diglett's our first literally unhuggable. Let me explain that. It's really small and low to the ground. It doesn't come out of the ground, so already it would be difficult. However, they stay away from the light because the light heats them up, and if their blood gets warm, they grow weak. So I think with how quick they are and how close to the ground they are, they're gonna avoid being touched at all costs. So I'm putting it in literally unhuggable, because if you try, it's just gonna go right underground. That's my reasoning. Respect its personal space, exactly. We're on Dugtrio now. 3 heads move alternately, and I think it's honestly the same. Because it's even faster and more powerful. So I think if you try to hug it, it's just gonna kill you. But I think it's quick enough that it doesn't want to hug and it dodges a hug. So I'm gonna put Dugtrio in the same. Yeah, it's so fast. I'm gonna put Dugtrio in the same category. Let's do that real quick. And then for literally unhuggable, I guess it doesn't really matter because like what order they go in. Did I say Dugtrio? Whoopsies. Isn't that what it's called? Did I mess up? No, it is Dugtrio. Okay. Doduo plus Dodrio sounds uncomfy. Yeah. It does indeed. Okay. Well, now we're on the kitty. The kitty. It's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. Accurate. It's a cat. Adores circular objects. It basically just likes shiny things and money. But yeah. It's a cat. Like, hug at your own risk, because sometimes cats will swipe you. Icon. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think that just because it's a kitty, it deserves to be up here. Up here with all the other best hug evers. Hell yeah. Great job, team. Y'all ready for bigger cat? Bigger cat. Bigger cat. The classic cat Pokemon. Alright. Although its fur has many admirers, it is tough to raise as a pet because of its fickle meanness. Okay. It walks with all the grace and elegance of a proud queen. Okay. You are gay if you own this one. True. True. Many adore it for its sophisticated air, however, it will lash out and scratch for little reason. Mean that in a good way, yes, of course. Barbaric side. Okay, so basically, this is a cat, but it's like, it's a mean cat, but also, it's a cat that Giovanni homosexual moments. True. True. Accurate and true. True and real and accurate. And then he had a gay son. It's a cycle or something. So, this is a kitty. It's a fickle kitty. I think extra thick. Yeah, Giovanni had a son. Silver is his son. No, it was confirmed in one of the games, I thought. Yeah, Silver is. Look it up, because I'm pretty sure there's like, it's like an optional scene or something, but in one of the games that Silver is involved in, there's dialogue where Giovanni talks to him and calls him his son. Unless I'm like nuts right now. I think that hugging this Pokemon would be very good. As revealed in the Fire Red and Leaf Green chapter, Silver is the son of Giovanni, Team Rocket's boss. Yeah. Yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green. But yeah, no, he's his son. Son boy allowed. I don't know. I don't know how I knew it. I never played that game. Okay, here's the deal with Persian. Here's the deal. Good to hug. Good to hug. but probably not going to let you. So I think it's going to go for, hey, this is a great hug. And it's going to go right here. Not the best hug ever. Still a very good hug. It's a great hug if you would. Alrighty. There's a theory that Giovanni is Ash's dad. Yeah, I hate that theory. That theory is dumb. Psyduck time, y'all. A little bit too big to be comfortably held. Although, Misty in the series did hold her Psyduck pretty often. While lulling its enemies with its vacant look, this wily Pokemon will use psychokinetic powers. Theory also says Dawn is his daughter. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Tormented by headaches. We know this. Mystical powers does not recall that it has used them. Confused. Cancel. Yeah. It's chronic headaches. Serious power. I mean, it does hang out in the water. And I imagine that as a duck, I mean, like, I think it would be okay to touch, generally speaking. Trouble like constant headaches. You just have to be careful to like not mess with it while it has chronic migraines. Yeah. Well, okay, as people with chronic migraines, do you like hugs? Same hats all around. Same hat, same hat, same hat. Its abilities are Damp, Cloud9, and Swift Swim. So I think, just like on the off chance that it could be wet. Oh, I guess like with like ducks and water birds and stuff, moisture tends to just like roll off of them, right? Do you like hugs, even when I have a horrible migraine? Calming, actually. Okay. Well, you know. Hell yeah, take your migraine meds. Proud of you. I think that this one would be... feels okay. The best so far in the feels okay category. Okay, this for everyone, but my migraines amplify my anxiety and exploding head syndrome. Exploding head syndrome? I have never heard of that. Bad combo, gotta keep Excedrin with me at all times. Yeah, that tracks. Sorry that you have to deal with that, that's rough. Okay. I think... so there's 151 original Pokemon, yeah? So I think that we go until we hit, what, 75? So 20 more? Exploding head syndrome is where you hear loud noises that aren't real. Oh god. Auditory hallucinations are already rough. Hearing really loud ones, that sucks. I am so sorry that you have to deal with that. That's so hard. I'm glad that you at least have something that kind of helps you with it, though. Often seen swimming elegantly. Oh, you're not too bad because you're always prepared for it. That's good. Often seen swimming elegantly by lake shores, it is often mistaken for the Japanese monster, Kappa. Its slim and long limbs end in broad flippers. They are used for swimming gracefully in lakes. When it swims at full speed using its long, webbed limbs, its forehead somehow begins to glow. Okay. So it likes to swim. It's fast swimmer. Elegant. Adept swimmer. It sometimes joins competitive swimmers in training. That's cute. That's really cute. Likes to swim at dusk. Let's see. And it's 5'7", and you know what? That's a really good height. It can hug you back with those arms. But it will probably be wet because it likes to swim so much. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm doing with this one. I'm putting this one at pretty good hug. It will be right here. Because it can hug you back. But it might be wet. Soggy boy. Exactly. Exactly. Moving right along. Mankey. It's little, but it's heavy, so you can't really pick it up. Extremely quick to anger. Agile Pokemon that lives in trees. Angers easily, will not hesitate to attack anything. Okay, hold on. What's up? What's up, Esther? Tell me. Unsafe to approach if it gets violently enraged. We have to be careful of this baby. Why's that? Is it because it's really angry? Because I did know that already. If it gets too angry, it can die? Oh my god. Really? Okay. You know what, for that reason, I think that I might have to put it in You May Hug It Once category, because I don't think that it would really... I don't think it would really want to be hugged, honestly. Doesn't seem the type. But it does look like it'd be pretty soft, so I will put it right here. Needs space. Yeah. Respect its boundaries. Primeape is probably going to be much the same. Yeah. Always furious and tenacious to boot. Stops being angry only when nobody else is around. To view this moment is very difficult. Oh my god. It becomes wildly furious if it even senses someone looking at it. Wow. You know what? I think this one's literally unhuggable. We all have those days. Yeah, I don't think you can hug this Pokemon. It literally said, do not perceive me. It said, do not perceive me. You will not perceive me. I think it's gonna have to go in literally unhuggable, because if you try to hug it, it'll just fucking kill you. It can also die from being too angry, yes. Alright, we're putting it as in literally unhuggable. Alright. My troubled sons. Yeah. Oh, here comes a good boy. Here comes a good boy. Lucas Growlithe. Alright. A little bit too heavy to be picked up. Oh, you gotta go? Alright, Esther. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye! Very protective of its territory. Will bark and bite to repel intruders from its base. Dogs be like that. Friendly nature. Brave and trustworthy nature. Loyal. Spur sense of smell. Faithful to people. Repel enemies. Protective of its territory. Have a good night. You too. Who can't be angry? It is, So, Primeape and Mankey can't be angry, because if they get too angry, they'll die. And that's not a joke. You may hug it once. I put Mankey there, because you could hug it once. However, Primeape is so aggressive and strong that I don't think you'd be able to do it. I don't think that you would be able to hug it. It's just not possible. And that's that. We're talking about Growlithe right now. But it's just basically loyal, sweet, friendly nature, good dog. Protective of its territory, but that's understandable because, you know, it's a dog. Best hug ever. Going right here. Because it's another fire type, too, so it's, like, nice and toasty warm. You love it. You love to see it. Let's talk about Arcanine. Oh, Arcanine, my beloved. Basically less fluffy Vulpix. Exactly. Exactly. Pokemon that has been admired since the past for its beauty. It runs agilely, as if on wings. Big boy. Legendary Pokemon in China. Many people are charmed by its grace and beauty while running. Legendary Chinese Pokemon. I didn't know that they were supposed to be from China. That's cool. Ancient picture scroll shows that people were attracted to its movement as it ran through prairies. High speed. Fast boy. Fast boy. Beautiful. Fleet-footed. Proud and regal. Yeah, I didn't know that China canonically existed in Pokemon until I started doing this, this stream. Overflowing beauty and majesty. I think that this is just gonna be top tier again. Yeah, it's 6'3", so it's good hugging height as well. Very good hugging height. Let's go ahead and get this up there. Whoops. I don't know why I scrolled down that far. I did not need to. Above Growlithe or below? That's a good question. Okay, well, Growlithe is a little too heavy to comfortably hold it in your arms, so I'm going to say above because you don't have to do work to hug Arcanine, because it's like 6 feet tall, so you can give it a hug while you're standing. Growlithe takes a little work, but it's worth it. Don't ever think that it's not worth it, because it is so worth it. My music stopped again. One moment, please. Let me turn that down. It's a little loud. All right. Poliwag, Poliwag, Poliwag. I love this little tadpole. So cute. Okay. Its newly grown legs prevent it from running. It appears to prefer swimming. Makes sense. Inept at walking. Direction of its belly spiral differs by area. The equator is thought to have an effect on this. Oh, that's cool. Thin skin. It is possible to see the Pokemon spiral innards right through the skin. Are you telling me that I'm seeing this sweet little baby's guts? Because I don't know if I can handle that. Okay, so the skin is very flexible. It's slick. Black skin is thin and damp. Honeybee? I don't like it. Anyway, its internal organs are visible. Great, great, great. Love it. Well, I think that it sounds like it'd be pretty good to hug. However, it is slick black skin, is thin and damp. So I think that as long as the gross out factor of seeing its innards doesn't bother you too much. Yeah, I know. It said black skin, which is interesting. I'm like, that's not true. I think it's gonna have to go in a feels okay. I think it'll go right there. Because it's probably still pretty soft. It's just, you know, needs to not be so slick, as it said. Let's see. Oh, wait. What's up? Poliwag was black in the red/blue games. Yeah, oh, that's right, it was. And then they changed it to be blue. 3'3", just a little guy. Poliwhirl. When out of water, it sweats to keep its body slimy. Okay. Makes its escape. Yeah, just like how Rattata was brown at first. Yeah. The skin on its body is moist. However, the skin on its spiral feels smooth. Likes to live underwater. Because of this greasy covering. Oh, it's a slippery boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's a slippery boy. Oh, huggable but feels horrible. Gross hug, gross hug, gross hug. Gross hug, gross hug, gross hug. Okay. And it's real slimy, so I'm putting it just above the stink. Should I put it above the stink or below the stink? What is worse? Feeling the slime or smelling the stink? I think smelling the stink is worse, personally. So I'm gonna do that. Slime hug. I can't imagine that Poliwrath would be too different. Right? It's gotta be slimy, too. Depth Swimmer. Overtakes best team of swimmers. Poliwrath on the list? Oh, you're right, I did. Whoopsies. I grabbed the wrong one. Sorry, Poliwrath. Gross. There we go. Thank you for pointing that out. They do look so similar. Energetic. It lives on dry land. Okay. Brawny muscles. Tirelessly strong. Adept swimmer. Tough muscles. Extremely tough muscles. Tough muscles. Good swimmer. Highly developed brawny muscles. Gifted swimmer. Normally spends its time on land. It's not saying that it's slimy, but it can't not be, right? There's no way. I'm gonna go with the assumption that it's also slimy because it has to be. It has to be. I'm gonna say it's a little bit better though because it can hug you back. So there's at least that. You can feel some reciprocation there. Okay. Alright, Abra. Now, Abra likes to teleport away. Identify impending danger. Using its ability to read minds. Abra's probably unhuggable. Teleports way too fast. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Abra unhuggable. Abra unhuggable moments. Yeah, you can barely even catch the dang thing. Tragic. Oh, hello? Okay, there we go. Kadabra. Yeah. Let's see here. Special alpha waves that induce headaches. Oh no. Makes clocks run backwards. The more danger it faces, the stronger psychic power. Yes, this is the fucker you blame. And then, of course, there's the it happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers awoke in bed, transformed into Kadabra. Yeah, it can induce headaches. So, it's kind of creepy, and it can induce headaches. So, for those, horrible. Horrible, horrible. Is inducing headaches is better than the stink, but worse than the slime, in my opinion. Yeah. Alright, Alakazam. What you got for us, bud? Alakazam. Brain can outperform supercomputer. Memorize anything. Never forgets what it's learned. That's why this Pokemon is smart. Okay. So this is just all about it being super smart. Making its head far too heavy to support with its neck. Oh my god. Continually grows. Doesn't like physical attacks much. Outperforms supercomputer. High intelligence. Muscles are weak. Poor memory. Heightens its senses. Brain cells multiply continually till it dies. Good lord. The spoons are said to have been created by its psychic powers. Its overflowing psychokinetic powers cause headaches to anyone nearby. Yep, this is a headache causer as well. That's what I was looking for. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Here. There we go. This dude would be top tier of the can't eat cereal list. It's true! He's ready! He's fucking ready, dude. Okay. let's see. How many more are we doing? Shaboom. Alright, we got 10 more. Machop. Blurry Machop. And now it's less blurry. Okay. Not comfortable to pick it up. Loves to build its muscles. Very powerful. Brimming with power. Passes its time by lifting boulders. Loves to work out. It's never satisfied, even if it trains hard all day. It can even pick up a grappler with ease. Wow. This Pokemon has sufficient power to hurl 100 adult humans. Uh-oh. Whole body is composed of muscles. Loves to build its muscles. I mean, this is all just about how it's a meathead. Small in stature, it's a meathead, it's very powerful, so it can be hugged once. Oh no, because it'll crush you. Oh, it'll crush you. I mean, it doesn't say anything about it not being able to control that, though. I don't think hugging it would kill you. Here's the thing. I think it could, potentially. It might be able to. Okay, when they say it can hurl 100 grown-ups, do they mean at once? That's a good question. I have no clue. Well, they either mean at once or in a row. Take your pick. And the thing is, like, about super strength is that it's not saying that it can't control it. I think it probably has a decent control of it. It wouldn't make sense for them to mean it at one time. Also, the Pokedex loves loopholes. True, true, true. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say, that it probably hugs too tight, but I don't think it would hug tight enough to kill you. I think it knows not to do that. Can be hugged. But feels horrible or feels okay. Machamp for sure can control it because of its belt. Yeah, true. I think I'm gonna put it into feels horrible, but it's up there. Because it can hug you back. So it's not as horrible, I think. Let's talk to Machoke. Muscular body is so powerful, it must wear a power save belt to be able to regulate its motions. Holds back its energy. Without it, so Pokemon will be unstoppable. It always goes at its full power. I think that Machoke is right up there with can be hugged but feels horrible. Too tight. Too tight. Hey, music? Hey, music? Please continue. Thank you. Alright. And now we've got Machamp, who has 4 arms. So many arms. Throws powerful punches that can send the victim clear over the horizon. Love that. Arms can move mountains. Using all 4 arms, this Pokemon fires off awesome punches. 4 arms that react more quickly. Okay, then it can think. This Pokemon tends to leap into action before it thinks. Knock the victim clear over the horizon. You know what? I think it's the same thing again. I think it's just the same thing again. I'm gonna say the 4 arms and how tall it is isn't gonna feel super comfortable to hug. So I'm gonna put it right there. And that's that. Machamp just beats you up for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, accurate. Wait, what? What's up? Where would you put your arms when hugging Machamp? Well, for Machamp, probably, like, around its pecs area. In the middle, under all four. Under all four, yeah. Definitely under all four, because it's, hold on. It's tall, too. Let me get this up real quick. Back to Machamp. It's 5'3". Oh, it's only 5'3", so it's like it's a little bit less tall than I am. You know how? Okay, so you know how when two people are like relatively the same height, sometimes some people go like one person has to like put their arms up and one person has to put their arms down. I think it would be one of those situations where if you were taller than Machamp, you would probably put your arms just around its head, and its arms would go around your torso, and vice versa. But I don't think you could go between them. I don't know if that would really work. You know? Yes, you are taller than Machamp. I'm taller than Machamp. I'm only 5'5". Number 69, Bellsprout. Ooh, a little friend. A little friend. Alright, carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. Uses its root feet to soak up needed moisture. The ACAB plant. Why is this the ACAB plant? Is there a reason behind that? Prefers hot and humid places. Extremely skinny. Blindingly fast. Notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Because 69 is the cops are bad number. Yep. Yep. Accurate. Totally true. Then a flexible body. Okay. I think, based on what we're seeing here, its bud looks like a human face. I don't really think it looks like a human face. I mean, you know, we're just not going to talk about it. We're moving on. Bellsprout, I think... I don't think that's a very satisfying hug. It's too little. Actually, because it's a plant. It's saying ACAB represents the Holy Trinity of 69, 420, and 1312. Yeah. Accurate. I think feels okay. Feels okay. I don't want to say it feels horrible, but I think it feels okay. Okay. Another one. Weepinbell. Let's see. Oh, it's very light. Interesting. Spits out poison powder. And acid. Yeah, it'll feel super awkward. When hungry, it swallows anything that moves. You know what? I think this is actually gonna be a You May Hug It Once. Because it's got poison powder and acid. And it will eat anything that moves if it's hungry. Does not melt because it also oozes a protective liquid. Yeah, You May Hug It Once is my verdict on this one. Boop. And honestly, Victory Bell is probably going to be the same, so I'm just going to put it there before I check. Show me the Victory Bell. Victory Bell is taller than me. It's 5'7". Said to live in huge colonies, deep in jungles, although no one has ever returned from there. Cool. So lures in prey with, the sweet aroma of honey. Swallowed whole, the prey is melted in a day, bones and all. Yeah, this is gonna be a You May Hug It Once. But it won't be worth it, though. I just realized I put them in literally unhuggable by mistake. You May Hug It Once. They will be going above those bugs, though. Music, why do you keep pausing? Stop that. Stop that right now. Tentacles sting to death, huh? Yeah, I think so. Tentacool. Stinging acid. Sometimes found dry and shriveled up on a beach. Aimlessly in the waves. It may not be noticed till it stings. Uses toxic feelers to stab anything it touches. I mean... it stings people. I don't know that it's necessarily deadly, though. Are often punished by their stingers. Yeah, I think that this is just gonna be... Can hug, feels horrible. Not, you may hug it once. Can hug, feels horrible. I think you're going, like... Right here. Right above the stink. Right above the stinky. Not saying it's deadly, so just uncomfy. Yeah. Agree. Okay, let's check on Tentacruel, which I think might be a different case here. Tentacles are normally kept short. On hunts, they are extended to ensnare and immobilize prey. Wrap around prey to weaken it with its poison. So the poison is weakening. Poisonous net. To tangle its prey. Freely elongated and shortened at will. Weakens its prey by dosing it with a harsh toxin. Okay. They can sting, causing poisoning and sharp stabbing pain. So it looks like the poison that it has is made to weaken prey and immobilize prey, not to kill. So I think this is just gonna be... Can be hugged. But feels horrible. And I'm gonna say that that's even worse than the stink. That was easy. Geodude. It's just a rock with arms. On the fields and mountains, mistaking them for boulders, people often step or trip on them. If you step on one by accident, it gets angry. But a closer look should reveal that there are many Geodude around. Interesting. Uses its arms to steadily climb. Swings its fist around if it's angered. So, it seems like this one, huggable but feels horrible to me. I think that that's going to be the case. Okay, huggable but feels horrible. I think it's going to go up here right where Sandshrew is. It can hug you back, though. So that's nice. Okay. So we got Graveler next. And I know I said we'd stop at 75, but let's just stop at 76 so that we can round out the Geodude line. Or wait. Graveler? Yeah, okay, no. Graveler existed in Gen 1. For a second I was like, was that a Johto edition? Rolls down slopes to move, rolls over any obstacle without slowing or changing its direction. Often seen rolling down mountain trails, obstacles are just things to roll straight over, not avoid. Honestly, huge respect for that. Free and uncaring nature. Slow walker, it rolls to move. Doesn't care what's in its path. It eats rocks. So just, like, watch out. As long as it's not rolling, it seems like you're fine, but it's not a comfortable hug, I wouldn't say. By any means. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the can be hugged, but feels horrible list. But it's gonna be below these guys. I think it feels worse. I think it feels even worse than Geodude. Alright, and to round off our list for the night, let's do Golem. I don't think Golem would be able to hug you with those arms. Boulder-like body's extremely hard. Once it sheds its skin, I didn't know it could shed its skin, its body turns tender and whitish. Its hide hardens when it's exposed to air. That's interesting. It sheds once a year? Huh. And the discarded shell immediately crumbles and blows away. Huh. Interesting. They like to roll down mountains. It sheds its hide once a year. Boulder-like body is so tough, even dynamite can't harm it. Okay. It is capable of blowing itself up. Uh-oh. It uses explosive force to jump from mountain to mountain. Hold on now. Did this just become a you may hug it once Pokemon? I mean, it doesn't... I don't know. I guess it's like if you threaten it or make it angry. You know, it doesn't say anywhere that it's got a super volatile, like, attitude or anything. I'm gonna call it huggable. It feels horrible. And I'm gonna put it right there. There's a train going by. Sorry if y'all can hear that. Whew. Oh, this is the longest stream I've done in a minute. A little tired from that one. Hang on, let me take a glug of water here. My voice isn't used to that anymore. Well, hey. We have here our list that has gotten much bigger. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get it all on screen. I'm gonna do this. Make it longer. Gonna have to make it pretty small. Here we go. Okay. So this is the whole list that we've got thus far. Whew. I think we did good work here today, folks. Good job, team. And, you know what? Make it that... Ooh, no, not make that smaller. I'm gonna make this window itself back to being smaller. And kind of fix it a little bit here. Hell yeah. Thank you all so much for coming, for helping me out with this. This is a super fun stream. I'm definitely going to be, I'm going to be doing the second half of the Pokemon, next Monday. Because I've got plans for tomorrow and for Wednesday already. And I think what I want to do now is see if there's anybody that we can raid here. See if we can get a raid going, huh? Alright, who's up? Hey, Euphony is streaming. She's doing some Minecraft. So let's go ahead and do a little funny little euphony raid. Mad Mew Mew. Move my mic out of the way. Flash raid. Mad_Mew. Little raid is a treat. Alright. Thanks again so much for coming and hanging out. Woo! I'm tired. I hope y'all have fun watching Mad Mew Mew. She's playing some Minecraft right now. It's a great time. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful night. See you later. Bye-bye.